From the first time that I saw you, I was taken by surprise. You had more than just four colors. I could not believe my eyes. Your sample playback capabilities were just the best. And when I saw your resolution, wow, I was impressed. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. I love when you get serious with desktop publishing. Just your painting, girl. Well, you are number one. When nothing quite will hit the spot, you're awesome at coding. And when we chill and play together, there's always the most fun. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a girl pal. We're in it to the end. Tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. When I turn you off, when I push your buttons, I always feel sorry the next day. I wish I could be with you every hour. I love it when you light up. It makes me feel so good. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. My Amiga, you're more than a friend, not just a gal pal. We're in it to the end. I can tell you exactly what you mean to me, but I know you'll always be inside my heart. Inside my heart. Inside my heart, 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 inside my heart. Hello everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. There's a button. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. We got there in the end. Oh dear me. Starting off the way I want to carry on, of course. Hello to Stally. Hello to West. Hello to Morbits there. I hope you're having a good day and such. Hi West, hi West. You got two greetings. Yes, we do things here, don't we? Let me think. I think I just got flustered with the pushing the wrong thing and then everything's gone out. Don't worry, we'll get back on track. We know what we're doing today, at least. We're looking at the Amiga magazine and that. But yeah, so my level of energy and all that kind of thing is like middling. It's better than what it has been. But you know, better is a relative term. Just as like 60% is better than 50%.
in that way. 60% is not like, you know, full energy and all that kind of thing. But whatever percentage I'm at, I don't know. I just picked some random numbers out there. But whatever number that I am at there, that is what I was trying to say. The whole relative thing. But yeah, so we're going to be doing this. And let me see. So did I have any kind of notes or anything that I wanted to bring up beforehand? Well, there's one thing that I want to say. I think a couple of people in here will know about this already. If you pop over to the browser though, and I actually click all the right buttons and move things into the right places, a friend of a friend is doing a kind of charity, kind of like charity, like fundraiser. That's the one, a fundraiser thing. And they're releasing a book. There's some information about it. I'll put the information in chat here so that people can see this if they wish to do so. But yeah, they're raising some money by putting out a book here, and they are doing it for this person's. Oh, apparently there we go. It did want to load it. Thank you very much. It's for getting a power chair for somebody, and so then if you look all about the chair, there's a fundraiser over on Facebook and stuff like that you can look at too. And yeah, it's basically, if we go down to the little example things, Doom for the Amiga. Wow, we shall see. Yeah, it's a bit more, you know, if you need to be shipped internationally, there's a little bit more money that needs to be spent to do that, of course. But here in the UK, if you give them 10 quid, you can get this book here. And there's some examples here. They've got some art and some stories and things like that. You can see here's a good little doggo over here. I think what they got was some like prompts, and somebody drew a picture and somebody wrote a story, and they just got put together whether the picture illustrates the story or not is not of concern. It's just that they both came from the same prompt, really. So it's a good little doggo over there, and some, oh gosh, if I can aim, oh gosh, at the thing. There we go. Apparently this was working fine before. Just apparently is having a little bit of problems loading things up. But yeah, there's another one there, another one there, some poppadoms. This ain't Doom, no, but with some stories and things. So if you feel like helping somebody get a funky looking power chair to help them get around and stuff like that, then you can do that. They have some kind of information about how they put the book together and stuff like that. And they got other stuff here about what kind of things are kind of represented in here. So you can kind of get an idea of what would be in here. But yeah, that is a thing. So if you want to help somebody out into getting around and stuff like that, then you can give some money here. So that is the first thing that I wanted to make sure was said there. So let's go back over to here. Also, just in kind of like a lighter note and whatever, I had this come through with a delivery a little while ago. I don't know if you can see that. And I know what it means. I know what it means there. But it says, every dog gets their own recipe delivered to your door. And I thought, every dog? To my door? Sorry, I'm looking down here, aren't I? Hang on a moment. Yes. It says, every dog gets their own recipe delivered to your door. And yeah, it's just like, but why would every dog have their recipes delivered to my door? That seems inefficient, to say the least. But yes, I think it's something else that they're trying to say there, but that is a way I interpreted it. Anyhow, I think maybe that's all the waffle that I have to do here. And yeah, surprisingly, we can get into other stuff. Now, I did, as I've kind of been doing the past few weeks, I've been like curating what we're going to be looking at. And the number of tabs I have open now in the browser over here, let me just get that open. The number of tabs I have open here in the browser now is quite a lot. You can't see it here, but basically I can only see the little icon on the tab, and not the page name and stuff like that. So forgive me if I have trouble getting around and stuff like this. But what we're looking at here, we're looking at Amiga Format, issue 63, September of 1994. Yeah, it's got a £100 DTP package. Spoiler, we're not going to be actually looking at the DTP package unless we have time at the end, then I might do so. But we all know what desktop publishing is like, you know, word processing or that kind of thing. If you've ever put some stuff into Word or whatever and printed it out, then you've got an idea of what this is. So yeah, that is what that is. And there was only the other thing on here. They've got the subscriber disc. We can create fairy posters. Obviously, Eric Schwartz is Amy, isn't it? There. And so, I mean, as I said, if we have time at the end, because obviously it's more of a creative endeavour, so we might look into that if we have a little bit of time. Yeah, there's this game on here, and there's also the subscriber disc. You're Eric Schwartz. My word, after all this time, we found out. So there we go. And so, yeah, there's a lot of stuff about their desktop publishing in this issue here. We will get to it. But, yeah, I've got the usual kind of stuff here. And we've got the end for Commodore, it says over here. I mean, you're not allowed to see that, but I don't want to ruin anything. But it's saying the end for Commodore. Is this the Amiga's doom? Or, it says, where is it? What's on the cover disc? It's not helping me out here. This here. Patrol sinister high-tech corridors, track down foul alien invaders, pull out your equalizing gun and waste them in our fantastic demo. Is this the Amiga's doom? You see? Double-sided pun. I think puns are supposed to be like that anyway. Anyhow, never mind. Ah, dear me. But yes, it's not saying that theme park is on the cover of this one here. This is just saying there's a review or preview or whatever for it here. But yeah, we'll get into all this eventually. But we have a number of other things to look at because we need to find out what happened in September or thereabouts of 1994. We do still have this backstage thing here. Oh, gosh. I don't know if I want to read what this is. I can just see the title and I'm not quite sure if I want to read it. But we might do. But, oh gosh, I want to try not to spoil some things later on. So let me do that. What happened in September of 1994? Well, the first thing, I mean, I think we've seen Andrew Wiles pop up before when he solved Fermat's last theorem, but this is when he actually solved Fermat's last theorem. Because if we look at here, yeah, Wiles first announced his proof on the 23rd of June in 1993, And September of 1993, the proof was found to contain error. And then 1 year later, on the 19th of September 1994, in what he would call the most important moment of his working life, Wiles stumbled upon a revelation that allowed him to correct the proof to the satisfaction of the mathematical community. So this is the month where he actually finally ironed out all the creases of this. So there we go. So yeah, I don't know there's much more to say about that. I think I talked about it before. If you didn't know what Fermat's theorem is, if you've heard of Pythagoras' theorem, you know that the one side of a triangle squared plus the other side of the triangle squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. And Fermat was like thinking about just, messing around with numbers and stuff like that. And he was like, I wonder if a to a different power other than 2, or and b to that power and then c to that power work in the same equation. And he tried a few things and kind of like said, maybe this doesn't actually work. But he thought he had a proof, but never published it himself, and just like kind of wrote it in one of his notebooks, which was published after his death. And then everybody was like, what was his proof for this? He didn't publish it. And everybody's trying to find it. And it turned out there was not a very easy proof for this. But it came through this whole very complicated thing, which I have had a little look into trying to see if I could possibly understand it. I think if I spent as long as Andrew Wiles on it, then I would understand it in some way. But I think Andrew is definitely more of a smart person than I am. And so, yes, it has to do with linking these modular forms and elliptic curves, and this equation actually pops out in it, showing that you can't get this to be true for anything bigger than oh, hello, DK, nice to see you. Thank you very much. So yeah, it just turns out that it's not true for any number bigger than 2, any whole number bigger than 2. But yeah, I think I've gone over that before and whatever. So what else was happening in September of 1994? We had the book. The book that I actually, this is the book that I bought, which is actually published in 1997, as it says here. But this is the book I bought to look over to find out, or try to find out some information of how the proof actually went. But obviously this is more of like a pop maths book rather than a deep dive into the actual proof or anything like that. That would probably require a lot more pages than the however many are in this one. It doesn't say on there, but never mind. But yeah, this is the book I got to find out, and this is the book where I found out about Sophie Germain, who I wrote a song about, and turns out that the song could possibly be a trans allegory as well, though I didn't know it at the time. Where's the Da Vinci Code style thriller based on Fermat's theorem? Well, I think Simon did do a follow-up here. Simon over here did something about Simpsons and mathematical secrets and things like this. But there was one called The Code Book, which is about cryptography and stuff like that. Not the whole, cryptocurrencies and things like that, but actual cryptography over here. And obviously this was, put out, after things like the Da Vinci Code and whatever became popular. And so Simon was like, ooh, we could get people interested in maths by doing this here as well. But it's a decent book explaining like the path of the more like the human story of the people who tried to solve it and things like that, rather than the deep mathematical insight into how it was actually solved. But yeah, so I had that book there. What else happened? Oh, apparently in September of 1994, there was the first Whitby Goth weekend. I don't know too much about this other than it's the Whitby Goth weekend and what I read on this Wikipedia page. But if you like goth music and whatever, gothic rock, dark wave, synth pop, future pop and gothic metal, this was started in 1994. And we can see it says on the 2nd, 4th of September in 1994. Apparently, the bands who performed were Incubus, Succubus, 13 Candles, Night Moves, and All Living Fear. So there you go. If you know anything about any of what I just said, this happened. But what else happened? We had the first Lidl stores opening. This is what this is reminding me of here. It's kind of down here. It doesn't really give much more details. Apparently it was 1994 though. I found on another page that it was the case that the first Lidl stores opened in the UK. Couldn't find out which ones. But apparently the first Lidl stores opened in the UK in 1994. I think the one that appeared near us was a little bit later than that. But let us look at... there's also this. Top of the Pops, I probably mentioned it before in relation to the charts, which I... Oh, have I missed the charts? Did I forget to bring up the charts here? Let me just check on my stuff here. Or is it right at the end? Did I forget? I did forget. Oh, gosh. Because we like going over that, don't we? I've completely forgot. Let me... Gosh, where did I put that? I forgot to... Here we go, the charts. Why is that not where I would want it to be? Oh, gosh. I messed up slightly. We need to actually open that in a new window. That should open up at the end and we'll find out the correct month and all that when we get to it. But yes, we look at the charts, and I might have mentioned Top of the Pops and whatever in relation to the things that appear on those charts. But there was a spin-off show from Top of the Pops called Top of the Pops 2, which started in 1994 in September. I think they said it was somewhere. I found out this information. But yeah, basically it's just just kind of picking up highlights from the Top of the Pops that happened that week, and also from like previous years. They have some footage from like older performances that they had and all that kind of thing. So yeah, let's just move on. What else do we have? We had oh yes, a zombie. This is a thing that I want to mention here, because we saw that the Cranberries released their album I think like the month before this, and on the 19th of September of 1994 Zombie was actually released. It was written by the band's lead singer Dolores O'Riordan in memory of Jonathan Ball and Tim Parry, who were killed in the 1993 Warrington bombings. And it was banned, the music video was banned because of the violent images, which showed footage from the Troubles in Ireland and stuff like that. So what have we got here? Music and lyrics. Do we have the video information? Sorry, I'm kind of... Here we go, music video. The music video was filmed in Belfast, Northern Ireland, in the heart of the Troubles, with real footage, and in Dublin. Yeah, they kind of like had a cover story for what they were doing there, so they could actually get the footage and stuff like that. And yeah, so they actually got some footage and things like that about recording footage of murals, children, and soldiers on patrol in Belfast. So there you go. That's some information, and then the BBC and RTE, which was the Ireland's broadcaster. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I know I will get it very, very wrong. So we're not going to do that. Just see. So yeah, that's basically. Yeah, some of the initial footage prevailed, however, with scenes of children holding guns and stuff like that. So that's surprising that they that managed to get through. But anyway, moving on. We had, on the 19th of September 1994, the UK premiere of The X-Files. And this was what was written in, I think, probably the Radio Times at the time. Yes, appears in Radio Times issue 3688 from the 17th of September. So it says, new cult American drama series about the investigation of strange paranormal phenomena. Special Agent Dana Scully is assigned to investigate an FBI project linked to the paranormal. She's aided by Fox Mulder, a man obsessed with the supernatural. Together they uncover a series of mysterious deaths. So yeah, that is the way it appeared in the Radio Times at that time. I mean, they might have had articles and other things, but this is like the actual listing for the programme. Because, you know, if you wanted to watch something, you had to wait for it to appear on TV at the particular time, and you had to have a magazine which told you when things were turning up, unless you looked at the teletext, of course. But yeah, so we definitely had a lot of Radio Timeses and TV Times and other things around, which told us what was on the TV. I know it's called Radio Times as what's on the TV, but it started off being what was on the radio, so that makes sense. It was the times that things appeared on the radio. So very, very, punny in a way. We also had the University Challenge comeback on the 21st of September 1994 with Jeremy Paxman as the quizmaster for it, because it originally had aired during like the 60s, it looks like here, but the 60s and 70s. Oh, kind of like apparently went into 2001. I don't know, but maybe went to the 80s. Here we go, presented by this Voices of, I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, here, so 62 to 87 looks like the first run was, and then it's been running since 1994. Basically, it's a quiz show which involves university students answering questions on their specialist subjects that they're studying at university. And as you can probably imagine, when I'm watching it, or when I have watched it in the past, maybe like brief little bits of it here and there, because I've never watched a full thing, I don't think of it. It's like, I don't understand any of this. Yeah, but anyway. So that is what started around there. We also had this thing which I wasn't aware of before I came across this here. There was apparently a animated series called Dino Babies, about 6 baby dinosaurs who share stories and adventures. So, yeah, it was produced between 91 and 94 and first aired in 1994. So there you go. The Dino Babies put their own imaginative spin on a classic tale, from Dak and the Beanstalk to the abominable Snow Baby and stuff like that. The feeling when you can answer a question is so powerful. Oh, right. In relation to the University Challenge. Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily like being made to feel unintelligent. But here, this is what the Dino Babies actually look like, apparently. As I said, I never actually saw this myself, but there may be people in the audience for who this is familiar. But it looks fairly cute. That one kind of looks like Chucky from Rugrats. So maybe there is, maybe there isn't a link there. Created by Fred Wolf, starring, does it say who made it? I don't know. But anyway, we had, I don't know if we'll know any of these people. We had Kathleen Barr. There was apparently Ed, Edd and Eddy as well, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So obviously lots of voice acting roles to them. We had Andrea Ava Libman there, who has been in The X-Files. Andre, that was the Seal film that we saw. Little Women as well. Matt Hill, a green dinosaur with the red spots. No, Stanley is the green dinosaur with red spots. Matt Hill is somebody else, a Canadian voice actor. Franklin, voiced by Sarah Strange. Canadian actress. Da Vinci's Inquest, I don't know about that. Samuel Vincent. Ed, Double D in Ed, Edd and Eddy. Bugs Bunny and Baby Looney Tunes. So a few other things there. And Scott McNeil here. I wasn't prepared for the hat. One of the most well-known Canadian voice actors of all time, apparently. So let's just see what they've done, because apparently they're most well-known. Dragon Ball Z, Beast Wars, Full Metal Alchemist, and people probably know about some of these ones. Animation dubbing, it looks like they've done a lot of. So yeah, people might... Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in the Island of Misfit Toys. We see that already. We might have seen that. Do we see that somewhere? If the voice cast includes Rick Moranis, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Richard Dreyfuss. I feel like we've come across this before. But yeah, it's not a very good scan here. But there is that there. So that is that. Sorry, I'm just trying to understand what it's saying here. Season 1. In Season 1, each episode followed the same pattern. The first segment featured the story, while the second segment did not. With the exceptions being episodes 4 and 5, where both segments featured the story, and episode 6, 7 and 9, where the segments without a story came first, and the segments with the story came second. All transmission data is from the BBC Genome Project. Sorry? That seems to have an abrupt change here somewhere. BBC Genome Project, an online searchable database of program listings initially based on the context of the Radio Times. Okay, so it's just basically saying all the dates for broadcast. That confused me slightly. Yeah. Basically, the dates have been ripped out of Radio Times, possibly from the website that we were just looking at, which is called the BBC Genome Project. But it doesn't really seem like it fits in with that blurb there, does it? Anyway, let's carry on. What else happened? We had Knowing Me, Knowing You, the Alan Partridge. Aha! People may know of this as well. Alan Partridge, by comedian Steve Coogan here. Probably people know him in the UK here. And so basically a spoof documentary or spoof TV show this was, wasn't it? Featuring this radio presenter who basically insulted everybody and yeah. So there we go. I remember like the Christmas one especially, it all kind of went to disaster at the end and that kind of thing. So we had the Fast Show as well, starting in September of 1994. UK people may be aware of it as well. If you know Paul Whitehouse, let me see if I can show what he looks like here. No, it doesn't show him there. Charlie Higson, that guy. Simon Day, Mark Williams, that guy. You probably know him from certain films, which I won't mention the name of, because of the creator of that series. But you probably know him, and other people here. And Caroline Aherne as well, which they don't have a picture. But people in the UK will probably have some familiarity with these people. Yeah, basically it was just very, very short segments, very short comedy clips and whatever, which basically didn't have really any lead up to the joke, didn't have any thing after the joke. It was just like, here we go, here's the scene, joke, done, next scene, and that kind of thing. And had a lot of recurring characters, and the one that I remember most was the one person who came out of their shed or whatever and just said, this week I have been mostly eating, and whatever they'd be mostly eating or whatever, it's like bananas, and they'd turn around and go back. Oh yes, and the other one was the fake do you like it, sir? That one, suits you, sir. That's where that came from, I think. And also the fake what do you call it? Foreign TV show where they kind of just made up. They didn't make up a language. They just made up things which sounded like there would be a foreign language, and there were the presenters' catchphrase was always "Scorchio." Harry Enfield, yes, Harry Enfield was, because obviously with Paul Whitehouse here, he was on the Harry Enfield show, and that So yeah, this came out in in the month that we're looking at the magazine here. We also had ER. I don't have much to say about ER, but if you know ER, if you're fond of it, not fond of it, whatever. But obviously, you had George Clooney starring in ER there, and that's where people will probably first know him from or whatever. But ER started. It's 19th of September, 1994. We also have. I don't know about this. I've never seen this before. Apparently, it didn't last very long. It only had like a few episodes. But it was notable here because it says, this series is notable as the first in which a gay principal character was played by an openly gay actor. Harvey Fierstein played Dennis Sinclair. So yes, you're thinking like now with the same struggles that trans people have, this is being proclaimed here as being the first in which a gay principal character was played by an openly gay character, and we've a lot of trans characters in movies and TV shows and stuff like that aren't actually trans actors or actresses or whatever they'd like to call themselves, and so yeah, it's among other things, we won't get into everything, but among other things that are happening kind of at the moment, there's a lot of, this has happened before relating to gay people, but we won't get into all those details. But I thought that was worth noting here. Also, again, I don't have much to say about it, but however you feel about it, Friends started on September the 22nd in 1994, and I don't think I need to give any more information on Friends. I think people are well aware of what it is and have their own opinions of it. There's also, if you remember the film Beethoven, which was about a dog called Beethoven, Saint Bernard, however you want to pronounce it. We have a cartoon rendition of Beethoven over here, which looks less Saint Bernard-y, but they did a cartoon version of it. I think. So we have Tress MacNell here, who has done a lot of voice acting. It says here Dot Warner in Animaniacs, Babs Bunny on Tiny Toon Adventures, Chip and Daisy Duck in Disney Media, and also has been in The Simpsons. Simpsons. Where is animation? Simpsons. I'd be better off searching for it, wouldn't I? Hang on. Simpsons. See here. Voices Agnes Skinner, Brandis Spuckler, and Lindsay. I can't even pronounce that. In Futurama, she was the voice of Mom. In Rugrats, Charlotte Pickles. So yeah, has been in a lot of things here. It's interesting to see where all these people pop up in the past of things you haven't heard of, and then things you have heard of. So Tress MacNell, definitely there. Dean Jones looks very it's a black and white thing. Jim Douglas in The Love Bug. I thought he looked familiar. Not that I really. And Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo and stuff like that. I remember seeing somebody who looked vaguely similar to that in old movies like that. And was actually in the film of Beethoven, it seems, from what it says there. J.D. Daniels, don't have any information about them. This person here is in Patrick in SpongeBob SquarePants was in this here. We have somebody in Seinfeld, Big Bang Theory, that. The person who played the dog was in Mad Men. Darren Gregg, I've heard of those. And also Monsters University as well, apparently. So yeah, there's a lot of people. Oh, Hank Azaria popping up here once again. Notably as Mo, Chief Wiggum, Comic Book Guy, Snake, and formerly Apu, of course, in The Simpsons. So yeah, Dan Castellaneta, possibly the most famous person on this list here. I possibly don't have to tell you what Dan Castellaneta is famous for here, but just in case you don't know, playing Homer in The Simpsons, as well as a few other characters there. So yeah, we got a bunch of people here. I mean, I don't know if Chucky Finster in Rugrats. Excellent. So yeah, they really brought out the big guns, or the soon-to-be big guns. I mean, when was The Simpsons start? Because if this is in 1994, I mean, sure, The Simpsons would have been out before this then. If we go to Dan here, obviously he's going to link to Simpsons here. When did The Simpsons actually start? Can I click on this? Thank you. What do we got? 1989. So yeah, that's really weird. Apparently they brought in the big names for this. Because yeah, it would have had 5 years of the Simpsons on up to 1994. So it would have had 5 years of the Simpsons up to this point. So having Dan Castellaneta and Hank Azaria and Tress in there, it's all like. But then Dan was in the additional voices, not one of the main people as well. So it's just like, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody who played Sparky, the Jack Russell. I don't recognise them. Helga is the voice performer here. I'm sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up. Somebody played somebody in Captain Planet here as well. So yeah. Oh, they actually played somebody in the actual film, it looks like, yeah. There we go, voicing Supergirl as well, apparently. And this person, Brain. Maurice LaMarche, playing Brain in Animaniacs. So yeah, and has played Egon Spengler as well in voice. So yeah, a lot of people here who you would have heard of. I think, is it Tony J is another famous one? I mean, Wikipedia. I don't know if this is Wikipedia's fault or not, but gosh, that's a slap in the face, isn't it? You know, you looked at all these other people. This person was in this thing. This person was this thing, and then Tony J was a British actor. Oh dear. Am I thinking of the other person who was named J, who was associated with Amiga? Is what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I'm doing it now. I'm sorry, Tony. Oh gosh. Anyhow. Apparently this Magic School Bus as well, running originally from 1994 to 1997, was out in September of 1997. I haven't seen this myself, but apparently I've seen a lot of American people like raving about this, saying that it's part of their childhood and all that kind of thing. So, you know, there's any names I can identify in the list here? Not anybody I can notice here, but probably more famous in America. We have Due South, which I did watch. About a Canadian who goes to America in order to fight crime. Canadian Mountie, I should say, who comes to America and then doesn't go back for whatever reason. There's a whole series about it. But I remember liking the theme song to that as well. Due South, that's the way I'm going. Yeah. Anyway, and very famous as well for replacing one of the main characters in the following season, and kind of like playing it off like it wasn't a thing, and then playing it and saying, "Oh yes, this is the explanation for it." Also had Diefenbaker, who was a dog, a wolf, which I can't see the thing is, and the Mountie's dead father communicated to him as well. But where's Diefenbaker? Come on, where is it? Find. Do you spell it like that? Yes. Fraser is accompanied at times by a deaf lip-reading half-wolf named Diefenbaker. So there we go. So they have like a... then they have Draco Diefenbaker. fan conventions. Oh, is that... Oh, there we go. Guests in 1998 and 1999. So the actual dog came to conventions as well, which is pretty neat. But there we go. That was there as well. There's a lot of stuff to go through here. There's a Free Willy cartoon series as well, which I don't have a lot to say about here. But let's look at some voice performers here. Zachary Bennett, a 14-year-old. Don't know if they did anything else. Paul Haddad as Willy, the killer whale. So the killer whale actually, well, made noises at least. I don't know if they spoke or whatever. But they were in a few things. They voiced Leon Kennedy in the Resident Evil franchise. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 at least, it looks like. So there we go. A bunch of other people. These people aren't linked. And Sheila McCarthy here. Done other things as well, it looks like. So, yeah, I said I don't really know too much about it, but there's the Free Willy cartoon as well. I have to skip through these a little bit quickly because there's a lot of things. Mortal Kombat was apparently out on some systems. This is a thing. Some were out in 1993, some were out in 1994. As you can see the Genesis or the Mega Drive and the SNES here in 1994 in September. So this is what we're mostly looking at here. But yeah, that was Mortal Kombat 2 was released on those systems then. We also had Mario's Time Machine released around this kind of area. Well, it's kind of like I saw a thing which said it was like maybe in the charts or something like this, but we had it on the NES in June of '94, so it hit the charts for the NES, which I don't think was yeah, not as high graphical quality as you can imagine as the Super Nintendo. We also had other people. I haven't played these games myself, but people might know of System Shock. I think people mention them a lot, and I think BioShock as well is known, but I don't know their spiritual successors. It's not directly related, it seems. But yeah, System Shock came out around this time as well. We had Walemia. You think a tree came out. Good for it. But no, it was thought to be extinct, known only through fossil records until 1994, when the Australian species Walemia nobilis was discovered in a temperate rainforest wilderness area of the Wollomie National Park in New South Wales. There we go. So, yeah, there was it's critically endangered still, apparently. But it's not extinct as they thought it was. But yeah, some plants, yeah, were found to be still in existence. Kansai International Airport was opened and is noted for being, or the time is noted for being like the largest one in the world. It might still be. So I'm trying to read the text quickly and my brain doesn't work like that. But yeah, trying to see. Here we go. It's the longest airport terminal in the world with a length of 1.7 kilometres. So there we go. So it's apparently very big. And it's apparently very much in the middle of water, from what I can tell from this picture here. Which may or may not be true. Might be just the angle of view, but it looks a bit like it. We had this album, which was actually my first CD album that I bought. It came out in 1994. As I said a few months ago, I'd got into music, after Kurt Cobain's death and the subsequent showing of a lot of Nirvana stuff on MTV and whatever. And this was actually the first CD album that I bought. I showed you the first CD single that I bought, which was Inside by Stiltskin. But this was the first CD album that I bought. Stranger Than Fiction. You may or may not know it, but it had the ones that were known on here were Stranger Than Fiction. Because sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. And 21st Century Digital Boy. It starts with I can't believe it. the way you look sometimes. And so yeah, there's all the other ones on here. I like all the other songs that are on the album here, and I got the European release on it, so I've got the News from the Front and the Markovian Process stuck on the end of the album as well. So that was that the album that should be somewhere behind me here, and featuring there's a song on here which is called Television, which features Tim Armstrong, and Tim Armstrong is a singer and guitarist in Rancid. If you may know of Rancid as well, so they did a guest sing on that. So yeah, the first CD album that I bought, if you are interested in knowing. This is an album I bought years and years later after seeing it referenced on an internet message board somewhere, because of the lyrics to Hook here, which are kind of like a rapid fire kind of thing, which I can sing. I don't know if I can do it in front of everybody, but it starts, so was it? Suckle in, suckle in, suckle in. If you're in Tintin or Anne Boleyn, make a desperate move or else you'll win. And then begin to see what you're doing to me. This MTV is not for free. It's so PC, it's killing me. So desperately I sing thee of love. Sha, what else the rage and hate and pain and fear of self. And so I won't go on to the rest of it, but it goes like that. And I kind of like Run Around and Hook on there, and the rest of them is kind of like, they're okay songs, but they're not, you know, stand out to me and stuff like that. But yeah, that's some good ones. Yeah, Jam indeed. But yeah, so by I didn't say Blues Traveller, noted by or one of the notable features of Blues Traveller is that the lead singer is pretty damn good at singing. Let me say this at the start, and also plays harmonica, and does harmonica solos, which are pretty damn good as well. So yeah, there is that there. Also, we had John Henry. I've probably mentioned before that I like They Might Be Giants. If I haven't, I like They Might Be Giants quite a bit. After, obviously getting into things like, all the grunge and the punk stuff early on when I went to university, one of my friends introduced me to They Might Be Giants with, Birdhouse in Your Soul and things like that. And years after that, or years after its release of John Henry here, I got I got this album. But this is a particularly good album by They Might Be Giants, and is the first album where they actually had a full band rather than just using their synthesizers and the accordion and the guitar and the drum machine. And so apparently the album's name is a reference to the Man vs. Machine fable of John Henry, is allusion to the band's fundamental switch to a more conventional instrumentation. So yeah, I did have a little look at it, but John Henry was an African-American freedman, and I've looked no further into it than that, but this is what the album is named after. And they had an issue with trademarks and things like that on one of their songs. So yeah, there we go. So it's a pretty good one. I like pretty much all the songs that are on this album, and would recommend it to anybody who likes They Might Be Giants, or indeed likes some of my songs. They will probably like songs by They Might Be Giants. But yeah, there's also this one. Mostly noted on here, I haven't heard a lot of this from, I don't think anything from this album in particular, but it's by a band called Melt Banana, who, if you like Japanese noise rock, then you will like this. And yeah, it's songs by Melt Banana tend to be used as more of like a thing, like, oh, listen to this song that I really like, and whatever, and you play this, and it's kind of like blah 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 kind of thing, and it kind of like blows your head off slightly, and it's kind of more, they can be kind of used as like a musical joke in a way, but I actually do like the songs I've heard from them. I don't know what album I've heard things from. Charlie, I think Charlie is one of the ones I heard something from. What is it? And they tend to have like very long names. I thought I heard some from this. Maybe the next one. I can't remember. Teeny Shiny. I think that rings a bell as well. Maybe the ones I know from here. Gosh, looking at all these ones, I don't know. Cellscape. That looks familiar as well. Ah, yes, here. Shield your eyes. Or shield for your eyes. A beast in the well on your hand. Chain shot to have some fun. That's a pretty good one as well. But yeah, they've always got very interesting titles to these songs, like A White Bat in a Box, Dead Matters Go On. So yeah, if you like very intense rock, then you might like Melt Banana. My Iron Lung was an EP released by Radiohead at the time. I did actually buy this one. I think a little bit later than it was actually released, because I hadn't got into Radiohead at that point. But yes, Radiohead wrote. A little drink first. Radiohead wrote My Iron Lung in response to the success of their debut single Creep. And the response was that they felt like, an iron lung is an artificial keeping you alive device. That's probably a better way of saying that. But an iron lung is basically a kind of like a breather for you if you can't breathe yourself. And so they felt like Creep was being their iron lung, in that it was basically supporting them, and it's all anybody ever knew about them. And then it says, people have defined our emotional range with that one song, Creep. I saw reviews of My Iron Lung that said it was just like Creep. It's most definitely not. It's definitely a little bit more abrasive than Creep. But anyway, yeah, there's other ones on here. I had actually, when I looked this up to put it in the information here, I did listen to a couple of my favourite ones on here, which are The Trickster and Lewis Mistreated. On here, I do like those ones along. The other ones are pretty good as well, but those are like my favourites, I'd say, from that there, when they were still, doing mostly guitar-based interesting rock, let's say. And they didn't go into their bleepy bloopy thing, which I like some of the bleepy bloopy stuff, but I prefer the whole guitar-y stuff. But, each their own. I know a lot of people like Radiohead the way they are at the moment, so... apparently, an album called Kermit Unpigged, obviously being a slight parody of the MTV Unplugged series, but yes, apparently had Ozzy Osbourne on it. Interesting. Born to be Wild, Ozzy Osbourne and Miss Piggy. That's a thing. Wild Thing with Animal, Floyd Pepper and Kermit the Frog. Oh gosh, well that is, there's this is moving on. Apparently Weird Al released a 4-disc compilation set of a lot of his songs here, which I know quite a few of them. They're on here, like I Love Rocky Road, which is a parody of I Love Rock and Roll, some of his polkas, which is just basically what would you call it? A medley. That's the one. A medley of what it says here. A medley of popular top songs done in the form of a polka, because Al plays the accordion. Other ones I know of, like Yoda, Like a Surgeon. One More Minute is one of my more favourite songs of Weird Al here. Dare to be Stupid, that's another pretty good one, which is not a parody of a song, but a parody of a style, specifically a parody of Devo. And yeah, so there's a lot of other ones here. Let's see, obviously Smell Like Nirvana, based on Smell Like Teen Spirit. I think the Bedrock Anthem, which instead of like which was a parody of Under the Bridge, which was, and Give It Away apparently. Okay, yes, Give It Away, that makes sense. Which obviously Give It Away has the lyrics like Give it away, give it away, give it away now. And Al I'll replace that with Yabba Dabba Doo now. So there we go. And apparently Make You Break Your Heart, and yeah, Jurassic Park one is pretty interesting as well. And headline news, apparently of which I think I mentioned before on a previous stream that I liked. I don't know if I did, maybe I didn't, but there we go. Also released was the soundtrack to Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction probably coming out a little bit before then. I think we mentioned it, but soundtrack for Pulp Fiction out, obviously featuring Missalou there, as long as Son of a Preacher Man and other ones that the people quite fond of from that soundtrack. And what else is out? We're getting near the end here. Time Cop by Jean-Claude Van Damme, or featuring Jean-Claude Van Damme, was out in September of 1994. Release date September 16th, 1994. So yeah, basically, the title really says it all. Van Damme, Time Cop. You don't really need to know much more than that to know if you're interested in this or not. It's kind of like reminded me of like Demolition Man. It is Demolition Man, isn't it? With Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. I think it has like similar vibes in there. And also Shawshank Redemption was another one that was released around this time. Let's say I didn't expect the twist of the story that came about. I don't know if it was supposed to be obvious what was happening, but yeah, I didn't expect the twist of the story when I first saw the film. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that, because if you're not aware of it, I mean, it is like a nearly 30-year-old film at this point here. But if you're really thinking like, oh, I haven't seen the Shawshank Redemption yet, and I don't want any spoilers, then yeah, I didn't expect the twist of that. So mostly that's all done here. We need to get to September of 1994 here, so let's go here. Obviously, we're still going from August into September. We still had Lovers All Around by Wet by Wet at the Top. Will they stay into September? Of course they will. You can see why this has been burned indelibly into my brain, can't you? But yes, Lovers All Around. Couldn't even overcome the sexy song here by Kylie Minogue, Confide in Me. I think I remember that. I might be thinking of a different song, but I think it was like a very sexy song, sexy video, something like that. I can't remember. I may be completely and utterly wrong. But from the little picture here, it seems like maybe I remember right on that. Anyhow, we have The Rhythm of the Night. Oh yeah, by Corona here. A little bit unfortunately named, given where we are at the moment, but obviously they didn't know that in 1994. Incredible by MB featuring General Levy. We have the Pet Shop Boys with Yesterday When I Was Mad. I don't know that song. We have Unbearable by The Wonder Stuff. Atomic by Blondie. I'm guessing this is going to be a re-release. I'm very much thinking All the People. Yeah, I mentioned that last time here, but Blondie, you probably know. Blondie, and back in 1978 is when they first got their first hit on the charts here. But where was Atomic here? 1980, yeah. So obviously a re-release from 1980 there. And so, yeah, I mean, if you're going for songs which aren't technically new but are sticking out to me, it's still the "Uh-oh, we're in trouble" that sticks out to me here. What else we have? Pop Will Eat Itself, Everything's Cool. D-Ream, Blame It On Me. Oh, gosh. You don't know the future. I'm definitely blaming it on you, D-Ream. Liar from the Rollins Band and Disconnect. I don't know Disconnect, but I do remember Liar. That was a video that was on MTV quite a lot, which is basically Henry Rollins in the verses, trying to be a nice guy and him being nice to you and being ever so nice. And then in the choruses, you find out he's a liar. So yeah, it's kind of like a spoken word metal song in a way, if I was going to define the genre of that. We had Let It Go by Prince. We had Inside Out Down That Road by Sharon Nelson. Keep the Fires Burning by Clock. Yesterday Once More and Superstar, Red Cross and Sonic Youth. Wish the World Away by American Music Club. Speed by Billy Idol. Yeah by Wedding Present. Bobkin. Did I mention Bobkin before? I don't know if I did, but Bobkin is a good title. Love Can Build a Bridge for Children for Rwanda. Come On, Millionaire Hippies. Oh dear. You Make Me Feel Mighty Real, Dream Frequency. I think that's the... you make me feel mighty real. That one. Games People Play in a Circle. What else do we have? Acid Folks, Perplexer, Wait for You, Think Twice. Hand in Hand, Looking for Sweet, Opus 3. Night and Day, Baby I Love You So by Dawn Penn. So Get Up, Underground Sound of Lisbon. We have Car Sex by Annabella Lwin. We have I Don't Got a Place by Girls Against Boys. Far Behind by Candlebox. Gallow Tree by Hanson and Nelson versus Zero B. I'm doubting that's the Mbop Hanson. Doesn't really seem like that kind of thing, does it? And something I'm going to mispronounce by Perez Prado there. So going into the next one, or do you still have Wet, Wet, Wet? No! Finally! It's still at number 2, but Wet, Wet, Wet has been dethroned by Wet, 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 da-da-da-da-da. Boop, 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 boop. Defeated indeed. By Wakefield of all people. Also, you have Endless Love by Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey here. What's the Frequency, Kenneth by R.E.M. And I did like this song. I mean, it's like their album they released here. One of the songs on there I do know was a reaction to Kurt Cobain's death. But the style of the album here is I really quite liked, especially on songs like What's the Frequency, Kenneth, and the other singles they had from this album. The songs before, songs after, I like them, but I really kind of liked the direction they went with this album, which I can't remember what the name of it at the moment is, but the song here, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, was actually apparently related to, I don't know if it's actually a kidnapping or whether it was just somebody confronting a news anchor. My memory is saying Dan Rather, but apparently somebody just was misunderstood who they were and kept asking them what the frequency was. It was based on a real story. That's the real story, as much as I can remember. And so, yeah, and then the song, very good song. We have Hey Now Girl Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper. I'm guessing another re-release there. Roller Coaster by Grid. We have Love Here I Come remix by Bad Boys Inc. Welcome to Tomorrow, Snap featuring Summer. We have Fireworks by Roxette. We have Elegantly American by M People. Warriors by Aswad. Can you be elegantly American? Wilmot's Saves of Paradise. Kickin' in the Beat by Pamela Fernandez. We have Body and Soul by Anita Baker. We have Caught Up in My Heart, Optimistic. We have Let It Be by Black Diamond. I don't know if that's a cover or not. The Lovers Were Here by Michael Ball. Not Enough, Melanie Williams. Going to the Light, Ian McNabb. A lot of these songs I don't know. Calm Down, Bass Keeps Pumping by Kristen James. Mini Corduroy, Twist and Shout by Quiver. Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide by Gravediggers. Re-released United by Prince Ital Joe featuring Marky Mark. Bellerico, I think that is. By Bellerico, apparently. Johnny 94, Johnny Jungle. So yeah, this might actually be a jungle song, or maybe not, appearing on the charts. I mean, somebody previously was asking about drum and bass and things like that, so this is possibly some here, or some jungle at least, which in my mind is at least, roughly in the same area. Astral Dreams, Laurent Garnier. We have Quark, Strangers and Charm by Hawkwind, obviously getting the title from quantum physics, as you do. Libiamo and La Donna e Mobile by Carreras, Domingo and Pavarotti, so the three tenors as they were known. Lay Down Your Pain by Tony Childs. So in Love with You by Duke. Let's Play, Nereus, Joseph and Tenor Fly. Hands on My Soul, This Picture. Wildfire, Daryl Hall and Standing at the Altar by Margie Cox. A lot of these I'm not familiar with. But let us then move on to the next thing. Obviously, we know that Love Is All Around has dropped off. Saturday Night is still at the top. Love Is All Around, dropping down to number 4 here now. And Always by Bon Jovi. I remember that one. There's And I Will Love You, Baby, Always. That was the one, wasn't it? Let's see here. What else we have? Voodoo People by Prodigy. Mentioned the album that came from the past. Sweetness by Michelle Gale. I do remember liking this one. This is one of the songs. It wasn't like a punk or grunge song at the time, which did stand out to me. I was like, oh, I like this. This is quite nice. What else do we have? We Are the Pigs by Suede. Don't Say It's Over by Gun. Gun previously releasing a version of Word Up, if you remember that. Still on the charts here, Regulate by Warren G and Nate Dogg. It's a kind of like I know it's not new on the charts, but it's like it's definitely one that's buried itself into my mind. That got played on MTV quite a bit as well. Let's see, Wrench Almighty, Pineapple Head by Crowded House. Are We Here by Orbital. Footsteps by Stiltskin. Yes, the follow-up to the first CD single I bought. I didn't buy this one. I mean, I bought the album at some point, and I'd heard that one, I think, and I was just like, they're okay, but they're not exactly what I want. But yeah, you can see a lot of people thought very similarly about it as well, because it was on a TV commercial, or part of it was on a TV commercial. The song was derived from the song that was on the TV commercial. It definitely feels like they had the TV commercial bit first, and they stuck a song on the end. As many of these things are. But yeah, that got to number 1, and the follow-up got to 32, and then after that they got to 92. So yeah, it was never really, I don't think, like intended to be like, they'd worked their way up to being a band, and finally they had their breakthrough. It was just like they did it for the commercial, and then it's like, oh gosh, let's make a single out of it as well, kind of situation. Find Me, Odyssey to and Yuna, Jam and Spoon featuring Plavka there. Love and Tears, Naomi Campbell. Interesting. Obviously, I know her as a model. One UK Top 40, so yeah, only that one song, apparently. We have You're Not Here by Terrell Corporation. We have Stroke You Up by Changing Faces. Break for Love by Rays. Everybody by DJ Bobo. Sweet Sensual Love by Big Mountain. What do you have? The Colour of Love, Reese Project. I'm So in Love, Alicia Warren. This is a place, Saita Messiah. Sweet Dreams by La Bouche. Excuse me. Work by Barrington Levy. Interesting. We have Mathar, Indian Vibes. Hunger by Karen White. So I'm getting things, kind of slight connections, like, is this connected to this thing? Is this connected to this other thing? But I don't know if these things are connected to things I'm thinking they are. This is The Sound of Youth by These Animal Men. Oh, the fairies are back. On number 72 here. Detroit by White House. Are You Ready by Fair. Love Ain't Here Anymore, re-released at number 77 by Take That. Interesting. Some Kind of One by Traffic, Fortunes of War by Fish, Brilliant Feeling, Full Monty All-Stars featuring TJ, Get It Together by Reefa, Now It's Time to Say Goodbye by Kitchens of Distinction, that's a good name, Elvis Waits by Nan Vernon, Formula One by Strike, I Need Somebody by Mr. Peach, From Here to Eternity, Michael Ball, Around the World, East 17, re-release there, Second Movement, Elevator. And it's the 24th. Yes, we're going to October here. So, yep, Saturday night, the rhythm of the night, at number 1 and 2 here. Kicking Love Is All Around all the way down to number 8 now. So it didn't like drop off the chart, but it's going down a little bit gracefully at the moment here. We have oh yes, I mentioned this before, but yeah, I shared my slight gender feels in a previous stream about this song here, and every time it comes up, it's just like, yeah, a little bit of that. We have Steam by E17, which I did apparently, no, I did at one point do a cover of. I don't know if I've got it loaded up here. Yes, I do. I decided to do a more like a hard rock version of it. I'll only play a little bit of it, but I don't know if you can hear this too well.
Steam.
It went a bit like this, but not quite as hard.
Come in for the pleasure, you can come in for the pain. Come me on the phone or on the mental plane. I'll be the freak you need, I contain what you came for. Come without comer to destroy the dance floor. Rise to the top, never stop, drop like cream. You bring the body and I'll bring the steam. You bring the body and I'll bring the steam.
Love can love you. Love can heal you, love can see you, love can feel you, love can warm you, love can calm you, love will help you, love will harm you.
Steam.
There's no need to be afraid. Let the lick of love.
But anyway, that was my cover of that song that I did at one point. Which, you know, as I said, I slightly changed up the genre to that one. But yeah, so there's Steam by E17. We have Can You Feel It, Reel to Reel, and Mad Stuntman, who previously had done the I Like to Move It. And then Can You Feel It, I'm not quite sure if I know it too well, at least not off my head. Oh, Baby Come Back by Pato Banton, featuring UB40, I think, as well. But I do remember this one. I do remember liking this one. It was Baby Come Back, bye, 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 bye. Yes, I admit I was a clown to be messing around. That's where it went. So it's pretty cool. No One by Two Unlimited. Zombie by the Cranberries, of course. We saw that before. Bug Powder Dust by Bomb the Bass and Justin Warfield. We have Foreign Sand, Roger Taylor and Yoshiki. Ooh Ah, G-Spot by Wayne Marshall. Oh my. Groove of Love by Eve or EVE. We have Hug My Soul. Hug My Soul by Saint Etienne. We have When Can I See You by Babyface. Here Come the Good Times by A House. Just a house. Oh, Staying Out for the Summer by Dodgy. Now, this is another one which did stand out to me. Dodgy, probably the one, if you'd asked me out of the blue, name a Dodgy song, I would have gone for Good Enough. But Staying Out for the Summer was one of the other ones which was quite a good, you know, if you like a nice little alternative rock kind of summer jam, this is a good one for that, I think. We have Original Nutter, UK Apache with Shy FX. Good Times by Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. Okay, so Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians, they did the one song which I'm thinking of, which I can't think of at the moment. The What I Am, that's the one, isn't it? What I am is what I am, or it's not. I'm sure it was. Hang on. Is that not who that was, or is it appearing differently on here? What I am... Yeah, E.D. Brickle and New Bohemians is not appearing on here. Did it not reach the chart then? But yeah, I'm not aware of too many things. I know what I know, if you know what I mean. It went a bit like that. Let's get these windows back in order here. But yeah, apparently this one was peak position 40 on the chart, so maybe they just didn't bother. But I do remember seeing it something probably still as well on MTV when it was free here in the UK. If you had a satellite dish, which obviously my dad, as I mentioned before, was very like, ooh, technology kind of thing, which, you know, might have passed a little bit to me. But he was all about his gadgets and technology and stuff like that, and so when he could get a satellite dish, he did. We have Get Off Your High Horse by Rollo Goes Camping, Jesse, by Joshua Caddison. We have We Got the Love by Eric. We have I'm a Bitch by Olga. Happiness and You Make Me Happy by Sirius Rope. I Caught You Out by Rebecca DeRuvo. Get Back by Mother. Power of Love by Q-Tex. Third Time Lucky, Basia. What else do we have here? Lost and Found, SFL/Kamuri by DJ Shadow and DJ Crush. The Rhythm is Magic, Marie Claire Dubaldo. We have Get Your Hands on Me, Flavor featuring Daryl Pandy. That Word, Love, by Rock Melons. Get Your Hands Off My Man, remixes by Junior Vasquez. Liquidator, Ain't No One Greater. I thought I saw a thing. Did I not see a thing? I don't think I saw a thing. It's okay. By Prickly Pear featuring DJ Maxi Jazz. Revolution by Route 66. Come Out and Play. Really, it came in at the charts in 98, did it? By The Offspring, I'm guessing they had a better follow-up there. But yeah, it has the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do guitar line. You know about The Offspring, I'm sure. But yeah, apparently they didn't try to re-release Come Out and Play here. Self-Esteem got to 37. Gotta Get Away, 46. But yeah, the first one that really hit the UK charts was Pretty Fly for a White Guy, apparently. So yeah, and then on and off since then, really. But yeah, I remember these first ones here, the Come Out and Play, Self-Esteem, Gotta Get Away, All I Want, those are the ones which I really remember and liked from the MTV and all that. And yeah, she's another one of the Manchester United thing, which apparently Chaos, I think, listened to it and said it was terrible, which is not surprising to me, really. But there we go. That is that. So yeah, we got onto the magazine. Yeah, well, how far are we into it? 1 minute 20. I was thinking it was going to be much later than that. But apparently not. So yes, this is the magazine that we're going to be looking at now. So there's not much to look at back here, as I said. There's going to be some news on Commodore and all that kind of thing here. And some other stuff here. There's the big thing about desktop publishing, which apparently they're doing in this issue here. What does this say here? This month in view. It looks like the Amiga's heart can start beating it. Oh gosh. A few weeks ago I spoke to Dave Pleasance and was pretty happy about what I heard. So far the story goes thus. It appears that the companies all lining up to take over Commodore were more interested in the technology than the name. If any of them actually bought the company, the chances were that the Amiga brand would be as good as dead, although Commodore's technology would live on in some other form. So during this time, the management of Commodore have been looking to other companies as investors. Let's see. I gather the extension to the period of protection of the Bahamian liquidators for the Commodore crew to actually secure some investment and put a bid themselves. By the time you read this, Commodore will have chosen their investment partner, will be in the process of due diligence, where they check the books and examine the company's business plans. Pleasance is confident. Oh dear. That so far their bid is the one with the best chance of success. There we go. The UK operation of Commodore has always been the most profitable we've seen before. And the new company, which will lose the Commodore name in favour of something like Amiga International Limited, which I don't know the history well enough. I'm coming at it from this end rather than, from history back mostly. All I knew is that they went bust, and that there are kind of like bits and pieces that are in existence today in some way. But yeah, the cut-off point for the takeover is August 31st or September the 1st. If the wheeler dealing continues beyond these points, the all-new Commodore won't be able to ramp up production in time for the Christmas push. Pleasance remains optimistic, though. I do really think that David had a lot put on him, and a lot was going on that he didn't know about. But carrying on here. As I said, I could read his book, or books, but I don't know if I really want to go in that deep with it. I don't know how much I could take. But there we go, there's some stuff here. We have an advert from Lloyds Bank, which is obviously a bank here in the UK. It says, keep your finances sort of under control. They're trying to get kids in here. If you're just starting work and you're sort of worried about your money, open a Lloyds Bank Choice account. We'll give you a cash card, a chequebook with a guarantee card, and a £50 safety net. So if you slip into the red, you won't have to pay interest or account charges. You can also get free statements whenever you want them. Indeed. The account changes as you do, so it'll still be useful when you're fantastically rich and successful. Well, sort of. I don't like the sort of language coming from a bank, to be quite honest. I know they're aiming it at kids, but, this is even worse in some ways. So, yes, the cover disc has the, as I said, the very fascinating desktop publishing stuff going on here, and also this game. Is it Amiga's Doom? Let's find out. And this is how you apparently do your desktop publishing. You you need your cup of tea, of course. Gosh, that's a big camera on the top there. It's an actual camera stuck on top. And yes, this all looks very, what do you call it, comped together. Not a real picture, as much as I can tell here. But yeah, a lot of instructions on how to use a desktop publishing. This looks more like a paint program, really, but yeah. We have Operation G2. Now, this is kind of an interesting one. First off, I couldn't get the cover disc to work. So I looked around a bit trying to find a one that could work and stuff like that, but I still couldn't get it to work. And what I found out in my looking around is that this game was not actually officially released. This was going to be put out or being produced by Psygnosis. You remember, Psygnosis said a little while ago in these magazines that they weren't going to be doing any Amiga games anymore. They're just focusing on CD stuff. And that, maybe this was going to be on CD, but obviously it was on this cover disc. So I don't know what kind of was going on there, but yeah, it was due to be released by Psygnosis, but apparently never actually came about. So it's a shame that I couldn't get the thing to work, the cover disc to work. But fortunately, somebody has a video here on the internet where they show some information from the Amiga magazines about this. I have to say, obviously, thank you to this person for putting this up, Rocker Sook. Don't look like they're writing stuff here in English. But yeah, they're obviously showing this particular magazine and the cover disc from it and the information that we've just been looking at. And so it's all very interesting. They actually have an actual copy of the disc, which they're putting into a real Amiga here. And there we go, it's on the TV. I'm going to skip forward a little bit because they show actually some actually captured footage. So it's a little bit nicer to look at than the flickery screen here. But the long-awaited follow-up has been long-awaited ever since. It never came out. But is this Doom? Is it? Let's... I don't think so. It looks interesting. It looks kind of nice. They've got some smooth animations. Though I have to say, it's if you're expecting Doom coming into this, it would be like a little bit lacking from those expectations. I mean, not saying it would have been a bad game, but it certainly would have disappointed people who were expecting a certain type of game. But yeah, so it's only a short video here. We can let this play out and see. I mean, I think we've seen enough of what the game would have been from here. Yeah. Oh no, they died. But there you go. That's what it would have been if I could have played it. But apparently, along with the game actually never coming out, the cover disc for it, or the copies of the cover discs that are available, don't work for some reason, or just aren't available. And so yeah, that is what we have there. So that is what that would have been. And then yeah, I think that's basically what we have to say about that. Is just going into the rest of the magazine after this. So what we'll do, because there's also the subscriber disc, which we can have a look at as well, and the little leaflet that came along with the subscriber disc is available on the Internet Archive here. I'm very not sure if I want to read what they put here, but let's see. It's interesting here. What was I saying? I'm sorry. It's Sue White. This is the art editor, apparently. Amiga Format has been infiltrated by a girl. Oh gosh, it wasn't what I was expecting, but it's still bad. Oh gosh, it gets worse. The Amiga Format office has been in a state of collapse since it was revealed that the art editor is, in fact, a girl. Yeah, I think they get into a little bit of transphobia there as well, but never mind. Let's move on and not read the rest of that. But 1990s indeed. Some people would still be like that today, unfortunately. But moving on, there's a few things on here. There's a Daring Do, which is a clone of the arcade classic, as it says here, Mr. Do, which we had a version of it for the BBC Micro called Mr. E. Just had a couple of E's instead of Mr. Do, so Mr. E. And a lot of other things which aren't quite so interesting. I mean, you've got a post-it note little app thing, woo! And but they do have an Octamed tune on here, which is interesting as well. So, but yeah, we can. The Daring Do here apparently came about from the Blitz Basic 2 competition they did, and this looks very much like the Mr. Do or Mr. E, which I knew of. 1 year till C++ came out. People are still programming in C. Yeah, I mean, this one was apparently specifically Blitz Basic, but was there something about C here as well? Or are you doing your own research? Independent research during my stream. That's amazing, really. Yes, a calc, which is a calculator. I tested it. It's a calculator. And yeah, some model of some kind of like space thing, which I can't find the information. Oh yeah, imagine objects. They've got a Jurassic Park-like Allosaurus dinosaur object in the Voyager 1 spacecraft. So there you go. So yeah, that is what we have here. Once again, I'm going to promote this for anybody who didn't see this before or needs some encouragement. A friend of a friend is trying to raise money, and they've released this book in order to do so. It's some stories and some art based on prompts, and it was raised. The money is being raised for this fundraiser here called Getting Tyler's Independence Back, in order to get Tyler a power chair here, which looks absolutely fantastic here, I have to say. And go trekking over mountains when they get that. But yeah. So yeah, if you want any information about what it looks like, here's some demonstration pages of it here. You got a little picture and you got a little thing, I think, from the same prompt here. And it might feature, I did have a look, there was some information. It might feature some art by somebody that you may know. Not me, I have to say. But there is that. So I'll keep that up on there. If that person wishes to make themselves known, obviously they can. If they don't want to, then they don't have to. But yeah, so we have to actually get into the Amiga discs here, and I've already got some stuff loaded up, as you can see. If we go over here, I will get this sorted out on a screen where I can see it a bit better. Okay, so yeah, as I said, there's a lot of not interesting stuff in here, but there's a couple of things that are. The music file we'll look at after this, but apparently it's kind of based on a Jean-Michel Jarre song. I did listen to what apparently it was based on. It's like, okay, maybe it could have been based on this, but I couldn't hear it myself. But I didn't really listen to the full song all the way through because it was like 11 minutes or something like that. So anyway, we'll play this Daring Do at least. Boop, here we go. We can have instructions. Oh, a very, very slow options select here. Let's just start game. Let's see. Wow! I was not expecting that. Oh gosh. We won't be playing this for long. A bit noisy. I don't know. But yeah, you collect all the stuff. And sorry if it is being a bit noisy. This is only going to be a short demonstration. You can squish the baddies. Oh yeah, of course. The magic ball. Yay. Uh-oh. I have quite had enough of it, and good luck, it was a good thing it was game over. But oh, we have Hugh, Pew, Barney, Grew, Cuthbert, Dibble, and Offenbach on the high score table there. Anyhow, this is the song. This is on there. I put down save state if anybody is wondering how I so quickly got to that. Apparently based on a Jean-Michel Jarre song, but I couldn't. If I find the right song, it doesn't sound very much like it. But are you ready for some Amiga rendition of possibly a popular song? Here we go. You missed it. It's very funky. But it doesn't sound like the Jean-Michel Jarre song that I looked up that apparently is based on. So maybe it was I found the wrong one or whatever, but there we go. It's pretty catchy. So if you want to actually listen to this, it's the subscribe disc from issue 63 of Amiga Format. And you can listen to it on your own. But yeah, it's pretty catchy and pretty funky and stuff like that. If you weren't around though, for the Doom clone or whatever that we had, let me just go back over to a new window here. Let me bring Microsoft cares about my privacy. They're not one of the companies who just give people private information. Yes, that actually happened. And yes, to companies you would actually have heard of. But we won't get into that either. But yeah, I found this video because the actual... oh gosh, you're going to be able to see that. The actual disc doesn't work, indeed. The actual disc didn't work, so I had to look up a video of what it would be. So this is it, Chaos. This is the pinnacle of gaming. Unplug my joypad now that I don't need that. Excuse me. The best game. Unfortunately, I can't play it because it's not really available to me anywhere. And the one disc I found that purported to be it didn't work. So yeah, there we go. There is that. So yeah, that's all the code disc. Could you play Doom Attack? Sorry, was that a thing that was on the side? Was it? I don't really want to get into playing a lot of different things on here. But there's a thing on the side. It was Doom Attack, was it? I can't see it. Or are you talking about something else instead? It looks like it maybe has different things on the side if it was one of the things on the side. Let's have a look down. Oh gosh. This is the Doom clone channel now. Search Doom Attack Amiga. Let's have a look. On this? Doom Amiga port. Doom Attack. Oh, so it's actually Doomy. Let's just have a look. I only have a little bit of a look at it, but apparently not bad. The game is called G2, or Operation G2, by Psygnosis, which was never officially released. Because sometimes when I can't get the demos to work, I'd look up the original game and try and just have a look at that. If this is running on, you know, what would you call it, hardware that was out at the time, this would be a pretty good port. But you know, it's possible it wasn't. But then again, I may be wrong. 68K Amiga. Okay, so yeah, 68,000. The Motorola chip. It looks like interesting. I don't know if they're running or what actual hardware they're running, apart from it just says 68K Amiga. But it seems to be fairly competent at that. So the Commodore Amiga 1200 and up. So yeah, it wouldn't have ran on my little Amiga that I've got down here. And yeah, it was possibly a little bit slower on an actual Amiga. But, you know, smooth enough to play, I feel. They actually show the Amiga they're playing this on. Because that's what I'd like to see. Somebody playing it on the actual Amiga and actually having the Amiga. It says it runs from the Amiga 1200 and up, but in this video it is running almost full screen and managed to output 15 to 16 frames per second, which is enough The game was tested on my real Amiga 1200, which is accelerated, here we go, by Blizzard 1240, 40 megahertz and 32 megabyte RAM. So I think there's a possibility these things would have been out at the time. I haven't really been paying attention to the accelerator cards. So if we do see Blizzard 1240 there, then you might have an idea. But yeah, the other thing we saw running may have been on a bit more recent hardware or emulated or something. But moving on, what do we have? Oh look, they gave away a free thing. You found at least the demo. I thought I found that as well. If you can actually get it to work and it actually does work, if you want to do that, let me know. Otherwise you can just point me to where you found it. Maybe off stream, maybe not, because I trust you not to share dodgy sites, but just in case, maybe share it off stream and we can see if we can get something working for next week or something. So I don't feel like messing around with things today. But yes, they put Page Setter on the cover disc, absolutely free, but you can buy the Page Setter 2 manual for $9.99, and if you want even more from Desktop Publishing, then you can spend an extra £40 to get Page Setter 3 instead. Hang on. It's an upgrade to Page Setter 3, so maybe that makes sense, but the upgrade to Page Setter 3 from Page Setter 2 is £40. And they say up here that, it's a £100 DTP package. I thought they're saying it's a bit higher than that, so that kind of makes sense in a way. Just make sure I'm not copying you. Where did you find your alleged copy? Gosh, I can't remember. It was in... the Internet Archive was hosting it at one point. Let me say that. They possibly still are, but that's where I found it. Because the other site I'd usually go for just didn't have it available. And so yeah, there was a thing. Your source is different. Okay, cool. Yeah. Obviously, once I saw the video, it was like, I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to find this particular one, but thank you very much for looking into it as well. I just, you did find Archive link, but the link you found definitely different. Okay. Thank you very much for looking into it. You can describe him in just 3 words. Ballistic. Kid. Sorry, that's either 2 words or 4 words. Oh, chaos. Hang on. What? Is the name of the game Kid Chaos? Or the 3 words Ballistic, Kid and Chaos? That's what you do. I know you like doing research and stuff like that. Obviously, I wouldn't want you doing any... I'm not... Just thank you for looking for it. I feel slightly uncomfortable. Especially considering that I didn't put in a lot of effort myself. But that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Kid Chaos. Yeah, I was thinking it probably was, but it's... yeah. Kicking arse, I guess that is the English spelling of arse. Amiga bits. There's a lot of weirdness going on with that. But news, Commodore RIP. Going to keep your mouth shut and just say you're glad to help. Okay, cool. Ah dear. So what it says here, Commodore RIP. They're ringing the death knell of Commodore. By the time you read the next issue of Amiga Format, Commodore will be no more. Or at least the Commodore logo will be no more. With a deadline for the buyout set at the 31st of August to the 1st of September, the most likely result is the Commodore management team, with the backing of an as-yet unknown investor, will be successful in their takeover bid. Joint MDs of the UK branch, David Pleasance and Colin Proudfoot, and 2 top execs of Commodore International Limited, are bidding for the rights to manufacture, sell and market Commodore products worldwide. The new company will ditch the ill-fated Commodore logo in favour of Amiga branding. Amiga International is one suggestion. When you get home from work, you'll see if you can get it working. Oh, thank you very much. As I said, slightly uncomfortable about people doing basically my work for me and whatever. It's like, you know, people haven't done it at the moment, but if people ever did any like fan art and that, it would be like, oh dear, am I paying them in exposure? Yeah, slightly. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't had that at the moment. Newcomb will teach the old thing, yeah. And shift the control of the company to Commodore's UK headquarters in Maidenhead. Indeed, sorry. After 36 years, the only vestiges of the American corporation, its European subsidiaries, with a UK headquarters plus its research and development centre at Westchester, North Carolina. Shh. What have we got here? See if there's anything. What does it say on here? Oh, this is like their proposed new logo, it looks like. Take a long, lingering look at the Commodore C, because by the time you read these new pages, this ill-fated logo will be breathing its last. So, yeah. Look. What do we have? Oh, here we go. Pending a resolution to the management buyout of Commodore, the long-awaited CD1200 should be hitting shops this Christmas. Well, as I say, I don't know how things progress from here. Because, as I said, I did know that Commodore went bust, and the Amiga, as we know it, did not get sold in the future. But for things like this, I don't know exactly what happened. So we'll have to see what comes up in the new ones. Or you can do your own research, whatever, and gosh... But I'm doing it this way, okay? David Pleasant says as soon as the new company's up and running, they will be looking for distributors in those territories where Amiga sales were traditionally strong. There'll be plenty of product, he said, but it will just be distributed by the companies other than Commodore-owned subsidiaries. So there we go. There's some information there. There's a high-speed fax modem. Look at these modems. Look at these wonderful modems. I remember seeing things like this connected to the phone line and making their noises if you accidentally picked up the phone whilst they were going. There we go. Super slick, super fast. Speedcom. We can get 14,400 bits per second or 19,200 bits per second, and the best of all, the Speedcom Plus BF, which is very fast at 28,800 bits per second. I can't do the conversion of that in my head at the moment, but it's not quite as much. But I am noticing this, which some people watching may be interested in. Unfortunately, it's a bit blurry, but Dominion Tank Police and some cat girls, it looks like, as far as I can tell here. Have you created some Amiga artwork you're really proud of? Perhaps the digital gallery slideshow video could be your chance to show off. And this is some pretty neat looking spaceships attacking each other kind of thing going on here. Whoa, hang on. Talking about paying people in exposure, this is worse. A VHS slideshow video entitled Digital Gallery is being compiled, and the authors are currently looking for entries. Designed to show off the very latest in digital artwork across all formats, Digital Gallery will give Amiga artists and animators the chance to exhibit their work to a wide audience. All entries are welcome, but there is a catch in that there is a £20 charge for having your work included. A big screw you to this. Not only worse than paying an exposure, they're actually expecting you to pay them money to feature your art. If you feel this is a small price of fame, quite the opposite. Yeah. If you want to complain, you need to talk to somebody called Al Bannister, who was around this area. Yeah. What else do we have? The Jeff Walker column. Look at Jeff there. All the doom and gloom around at the moment. Oh, you wait for the doom and gloom. You wait. What a great computer we're all privileged to be using. Oh dear. He bought it because it was the right price and because it looked like a pretty neat computer. What the heck? I never experienced the pleasure of buying my first Amiga. An A200 was dumped on my desk. No manuals apart from the ho-ho user handbook, 1 megabyte of memory, a 20 megabyte hard disk that could not be booted from, and was told to get on with it. Within 30 minutes, I was messing with the startup sequence. Within 60 minutes, my A2000 couldn't be booted from a floppy either. By midnight, I knew more about my Amiga startup sequence than I knew about my girlfriend. Yikes. Yikes slightly. So, this person thinking about the Amiga, they're getting a little bit, yeah. But how many hours did they spend with this? And they know more about it than their girlfriend? Oh, I'm sorry to their girlfriend at the time. Anyhow, I learned in those first few hours of Amiga ownership that I had a very special computer. So there you go. They're still gushing over it here. So I don't really know why nearly all Amiga journalists and nearly all hardcore Amiga enthusiasts have at one time or another berated Commodore for not taking advantage of Amiga's potential. What is it that we want? Don't ask me. But whatever it is, I'm sure that if we got it, we would only want something else. Today the Amiga has a similar miracle to perform. What is this? In the early days, one of the most impressive things the Amiga could do was rescue data from a corrupted floppy disk. The salvaged disks always got renamed Lazarus, the guy JC raised from the dead. You know about that much about my girlfriend because go much more. Ah dear. Today the Amiga has similar miracle to perform. It has to raise Commodore from the dead. Indeed. And they were for a long while. It can do it, really it can. It's that good. That time next year we'll be looking, or this time next year we'll be looking back and wondering what all the fuss was about. Oh, look, we got some VR. I mean, really, apart from maybe what this was connected to, the technology hasn't changed much, has it? I doubt that's the actual real-time visuals here. Oh, it might be. I don't know. Obviously, we weren't using Amigas, silicon graphics and whatever. So I still don't think it was... You're waiting until the sentence where you mentioned leaving the girlfriend because you never understand his love of the Amiga. I don't know. Maybe that's coming up. If you see this guy later on, Jeff Walker, saying, "Oh, my girlfriend left me, but I love the Amiga," you'll know why. Soft Logic Pledge page stream support. Oh, some new upgrades and things like that. I thought that would be more interesting. I see. Sorry, I'm just getting myself confused a little bit here. This is a very nice bug, though, I have to say. Very good bug. Computer World. Autumn blowout, 7% for 7 days. Making the headline. So this is the desktop publishing feature we've all been waiting for. My girlfriend ran after the Amiga. That's the best thing. Oh, gosh. Best outcome. An Amiga, a printer, and your page setter 2 cover disk are all you need to get started in DTP. Sam Ahmad shows how to get the most out of your DTP software. Looking at it before, it looked like it was a fake screenshot, but maybe it still is, because who would be up on the roof doing this? And that's them in that exact same pose. It's got to be a fake. And that is kind of scary. Hang on. We've got some lorem ipsum here, have we? I think we've got some lorem ipsum going on here. And of course, the best page on this page, the tiger page. Ah, look at all these tigers. Tigers, tigers, burning bright in the forest of the night. And this is pretty cool as well. Somebody going, atom! Look at the power I have over this atom. Or look at what the atom is doing to my hand. Or the atom disintegrated my body and the only thing left is my hand. Oh, look, there. I recognize this mouse pad. It took a little bit to click, but I recognize this mouse pad. That's the matched. Oh, thank you very much. That's the matched mouse pad. The very well thought about matching mouse pad to the thing they don't have here and which doesn't match the Amiga. Thank you very much. You are indeed good for doing some research as well. And for other things, of course. But thank you for researching things. Look, we have what you call them, vector fonts and bitmap fonts, it looks like here is what they're trying to illustrate here. And they have Times, Palatino, Helvetica, Futura and Courier, which, you know, still a lot of the standard fonts. Don't know if I heard of Palatino very much, but I've seen the other ones, certainly. They're only as good as those. Shush. Oh, look, Wanted, Andre the Giant. He is armed and dangerous, ha ha ha, because he has arms. Look, some little steps going on the front of it. Producing the Amiga format cover on the Amiga. So here we go. I mean, they don't do it. I think they probably do it on Macs here. But they're just showing how you could do it. And the fact that it doesn't look quite as good when you do it on an Amiga. Look, it's the Western Hall News, the newspaper of Charles Street. Oh, we can't read the newspaper, but it has the RA and a cartoon character here. Amazing. What else do they have? They have gigs. Look at loads of gigs going on. And yeah, they have a lot of clip art in there as well. I don't know if it's for some actual place or not. But, oh my gosh, you can have charts and things on here as well. Amazing. Look at all these things you can set up and, oh gosh. I think this has kind of gone a bit wrong here. Especially on the full colour printing thing going on here. Maybe they're supposed to show like the cyan and how the colour printing works here. There we go, yes, it's supposed to look like that. This picture is cyan in the top left, C and M in the top right, CMY in the bottom left, and full colour CMYK at the bottom right. So you got your cyan, your cyan and magenta, your cyan, magenta and yellow, and then you're throwing in the black as well here. So this is a good actual representation of what the printing process is, because it's different from your screens, because often you probably know your screens are RGB. And you think, why is the colour here CYMK when you print it and RGB when you look at it in light? But it's based on the same kind of thing. And it's also, why is it yellow and not green? And that's also because it's to do with like the actual emission and absorption of different frequencies and things like that. It's kind of complicated and I don't fully get it, but I know there is an explanation for it. Of course there is. But here's your like just a cyan thing here. You got your cyan and what did they say it was? Magenta going on up here. It's here, so it's looking a little washed out and stuff like that. And then when you go down to this one over here, you've got all your three colours in there, but the blacks aren't very black, and so you have to have the extra black here just to get those deeper blacks going on here. I don't know if we have anything that really crosses over the border that has a very noticeable black content to it, because the border's right here where the mouse is. Let's keep that in the same place. Yeah, there's nothing really with a lot of black content. They just put their arm in the wrong place and everything for you to see the actual transition there. But you can see, especially here in the blue, I mean, this is blue, but with some extra black in it would have been darker. Plus, this picture is the one they used up somewhere else, wasn't it? Over here. So yeah, you can see what the actual colour here is. Funnily enough, I don't know if this black over here is quite as deep as the black that's down here. Let me just check in on that. Maybe it is. They're just showing different parts of the image. Can't be bothered to A-B them right next to each other. So there we go. But, they have show us your pages. If you create something special with your Page Editor 2 cover disc, tell us about it. We'll publish some of the best examples, and there may even be a smattering of prizes. Oh, and if it's really something special, we may just invite you to lay out a page or two of Amiga Format. I'm guessing that probably didn't happen, but this is like really... It's like we might have prizes for you. Send us stuff. We can put in the magazine, you know. Just, yeah. Anyhow, look at all these issues of Amiga Format they have here, the calendar and the discs and the backstage things there as well. Look at all the stuff you could get over a year. There we go. Your favourite magazine comes to life. What? Well, favourite magazines come to life. Okay, so it's the Future Entertainment Show. That makes sense. And we had Future Music here as well. They had Mixer. Gosh, technology. Sorry, that's more like a I'm interested, I want it even though I don't need it kind of thing. When I have to tell myself, no, I don't need it. I've had many temptations like that over the past few days. It's like, I don't need it. What's it? Dreamweb. Monday, April the 9th. The clock keeps going round. It won't tell me the time. Santa Claus gave a gun to me. Let loose the puppies of war. I died last night. Okay, it's apparently awesome, breathtaking, heart-stopping, and a game to die for. Oh gosh. Restricted. Under 17 requires parent or adult supervision. Warning, this game contains scenes of sex and graphic violence not suitable for young children. So it's a game that actually had an 18 rating. What's it? Dreamweb. Interesting. Yeah, they've devoted a large portion of this page to the theme park. As I said, I think we saw a demo of it, but it's very nice and colourful on that. Yeah, there's a rather bored-looking person over here, getting an image projected on their face. Another addition to the team. Don't know if there's anything interesting there. Coming attractions. We have golf, and is that cannon fodder? Yeah, some cannon fodder. Dawn Patrol, NIB, and there's more. Charts. What is this? Pinball Illusions? Oh yes. That is one of these games that did come out. Oh, let me give this to you. A game I want to play someday on the stream. And Marvin's Marvelous Adventures. A big hit on... It could be a big hit on CD32. Could probably be a bigger hit on something else. But... Amiga Power Road. There we go. 29. I realised I hadn't said it, and it's like, I'm not holding off saying it or anything like that. It's just, you know... This is why I set the target and all that, just because I didn't know how I would... how long it would take to get to. It's kind of interesting for British people of maybe a certain age. Maggie Philbin invited to Egg the Ed. They're on children's TV, I feel, or were they... They were on TV, at least, I know that. I can't remember what programme they were on. It does say Egg the Ed. I was thinking that maybe like Ed the Duck, but I'm thinking, in relation to like the Amiga, that's probably just the editors of magazines or something like that. So, yeah. Was she on Tomorrow's World? She might have been on Tomorrow's World, is what I'm thinking of, which was like a science show. I'm thinking maybe it was Tomorrow's World. And then you had this person. That was Pop Palindrome Party-thon. don't know. I was thinking maybe it was what's his name, who did Art Attack, Neil Buchanan. That's the one, but it's not. And the cast of TV's famous Canoe Squad. Is that who that is? I'm not familiar with that. But there we go. Here's Theme Park. And they really did like Theme Park and really thought it looked good, because they've filled this entire page pretty much with an image from the game here. They really, really believed in that. When you think about, think about the treatment they're giving here to Theme Park. A huge screenshot of the game over 2 pages in the magazine. And just keep that in mind when they talk about other games and stuff like that. And 91%, they really like it. And yeah, if you like that kind of thing, then it's definitely a good version of it. Released by Bullfrog. Bullfrog was Peter Molyneux in that, wasn't it? Oh gosh, I don't want to think about him from previous things we've seen that he's written. But here we go. We have Putty Squad. So, did we see like the Silly Putty game before? But this is based on that. And do we even play a demo of this? We might have even played a demo of this. But as platformers go, I think it was really fairly good. And the putty has like special abilities to stretch around and inflate and apparently become a fire imp. There we go. And they liked it fairly well. They've got the 9 out of 10 scores all the way down the board there. There we go. What else do we have? Bubble and Squeak, which only gets 81%. We did play a bit of this as well, didn't we? I don't know. I think I got to a part where I was like, oh no, screw this, didn't I? What do they have to say? It's peanuts on acid. Really? Really? I would... It's... Addiction. Tricky one, this. If you can see the comedy in Squeak's idiocy, then you can play for hours. Indeed. Less frustrating with the joypad. This is frolicsome fun. Great for committed fans of the genre, being Amiga platformers, I feel, is the genre. Not just platformers, but Amiga platformers. I mean, you've probably seen from the games I've played in the past. Amiga platformers have their special kind of sauce to them, let's say. Yeah. Wow. Gosh. This is a big mess. I was going to comment on this thing back here, but I got distracted by, was it Maggie over there? But this is a mess, isn't it? Apparently it was in Western Supermare, which is a place here in the UK. And Supermare, you think, oh wow, that sounds like super. But I think it comes from super meaning like above or on, and mare being, similar to the French mer, which means sea. So basically Western on the sea. But look, yeah, it's a little noisy. You've got like a boot here, and another. Is that another boot as well? I think that's another boot, and some more boots here. Okay. Road show. I'm guessing it's a road show. They're all on the road. They're all goings. This is very noisy. This is a trouser leg. There are so many different people's legs here. Yeah. You can see what they're trying to do, I feel. What's that, Amy? Hey, young people, Amy Power, our 19th century porcelain doll, says, with a Z, not to forget about the great reviews of new games such as Kid Chaos and stuff like that. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, it's... Be there or be square. Gosh. I don't know anybody who said that, unironically for a while. And talking about visual noise, we've got Gordon Harwood here again. This time with a rather buff-looking artist doll. What the heck is this? The boxes around it's like phone for all Amiga computer prices, stocks are limited. Is that related to this, or how it have been established? Latin above C. There we go. Yeah. So I got the right kind of thing there. Harvards have been established since 1955, providing computer systems since 1982. Interesting. We always emphasize our quality in our service, which includes facilities you may be charged for elsewhere. What is this? What? They need to have their own game or TV show or something like that. Ah, dear me. Oh, Ishar 3 not doing so well here. Looks very nice. Prior to 1340, it was known as Western Juxtavare. Interesting. Interesting. They obviously liked Super more, though. But yeah, some good graphics going on here, it looks like. Oh, gosh. A little bit difficult to read font over there. Yeah, graphically, it's pretty nice. A miasmic mishmash of apocryphal Tolkienism, cut-and-paste plagiarism, hack-and-slash institutionalism, and engagingly evil endeavours. Gosh, you wanted to give me a tongue twister there. They say graphics are still lush and lovely to look at. Good. Sound is functional, nothing to wax lyrical about. Combat could be a bit more bashy and clangy. RPGs and Ishar fans will find Ishar 3 addictive. Others may find the travelling time irksome. Gosh, others may find the travelling time irksome. There's some... They don't know about the future of games where grinding is a thing that people voluntarily do. But, yeah. Let's see here. Kid Chaos? It is Kid Chaos, thank you for pointing that out. Apparently they don't put kid at the top of this screenshot. Maybe it's like an animation or something like that. This is Kid Chaos. The animation, from what I can tell from the single frame, it looks like it's going to be a little bit stiff, doesn't it? I'm saying that because they don't look like they're reacting to what's going on, and their jump doesn't look very powerful, let's say. They are doing a bit of a flip here, though it still doesn't look... doesn't look like there's the energy going in the right way. Oh, look! Oh, dear. Oh, dear, I've just noticed what the screenshot is showing there. Tell me, dear viewers, if I told you that I was thinking of a game, and the game had TVs dotted around the landscape, which you could jump on and break, and they had rings on the front of it, and that the environment of this game had rolling slopes and things like that. What game do you think I might have been talking about if I told you I was thinking about a game like that? Would your first thought have been Kid Chaos? It seems like maybe they're going for a Green Hill kind of thing here. They're definitely trying to copy Sonic here. Here we go. Let's just check to see they didn't mention it earlier. Because of course there's got to be... Well, there had to be the comparison anyway. It was a platform game. They would have had to have made the comparison. But since this looks like a fairly direct rip-off here, what are your things? Hedgehogs. Yes, hedgehogs. They don't appear on the on-screen chat. So for people who are watching this who can't see that, Sally posted some hedgehogs. But yes, here we go. He can spin and knock everything out of his way, and oh, I can't go on with this. Kid Chaos is Sonic the Hedgehog. Replace the blue spiky thing with Kirkbrandon from popular 80s rock combo Spear of Destiny. Bring to the boil and simmer. A recipe for success or half-baked nonsense? Well, considering you gave it 79, I'm guessing it's not the greatest. Smooth parallax scrolling, that's pretty good. Pleasantly thuggish sprite. Let's see, you can turn off the music and only have the effects, they say, and we like that. Oh dear. Not frighteningly addictive, but you just can't wait to get those end-of-world sub-games. Controlling the kid can be fiddly at times, particularly because the game's so speedy. Oh dear. They put some speed into it, but they forgot the controllability, apparently. But, apparently, the bottom line, Kid Chaos is fun, and that's what counts. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of. Oh, I have these are sub games. Batter the balls to break the walls. So this is like a Pang thing here. No, blow away these 9 speeding barrels. I don't know what that is. It looks like a breakout kind of thing, but hit the teddies and avoid the ducks. So basically a shooting gallery kind of thing going on there. Space Invaders. Watch out for the spikes and shatter the ceiling. I don't know. Maybe the subgames aren't all based on things. Oh gosh, the Internet Magazine .net. Are you ready to learn about the internet, everybody? From the Internet Magazine .net. Let me have a drink here. Oh gosh. Connect yourself to a world of information. No hackers, crackers, or mouse potatoes. Guaranteed. I've never heard the phrase mouse potato before. Wow. It's not anything you'll catch on now. You read all about it. The information superhighway, cyberspace. The greatest development in information technology since the telephone. Hell, since the printing press. And you want to get involved. You want to get involved. But how? It's a strange new world out there, packed with computer geeks, infonauts, self-styled info ban warriors. If anything was guaranteed to put you off, it's this lot. Well, they're not wrong with that, are they? Oh, gosh. Petition to call all, gamers and that on the internet info ban warriors. That's why here at .net Magazine, we're a jargon-free zone apart from what we put in this advert. We want to show you simply and easily how to get onto the internet and how to get the most out of it once you're there. Plus, we've loads more advanced stuff for existing net surfers too. After all, the internet's for everyone. If you want to get involved, and you should, make a note of the date below. The first issue is on sale on Wednesday, October the 26th. You can go and see them at this place. An essential purchase all round, really. And see you on the internet. I love it. Love it, I love it. Oh gosh, D-Day, the beginning of the end. Not doing very well here. Yeah. Oh gosh, what happened here? We'll fight them on the beaches or something. What? This is a garbled screenshot. What? Why is it in the magazine in the first place? They just didn't care, did they? Maybe it's not a garbled screenshot. Maybe it's just supposed to be like a town in the game. It looks like a garbled screenshot, doesn't it? I mean, maybe... Yeah, these people don't look the same in here, so maybe it... I can't tell. It's a problem. The fact that I can't tell if that's garbled or not, I think is an issue with this game. Graphics. Very simplistic, with a poor choice of colour to represent the allied units. Sound. Spot tunes between battles in semi-realistic vehicle and combat sounds during micro-miniatures. Would you be addicted to something that looks like Lego inside your Amiga? You can't go by looks, because in that fashion you could like rule out Minecraft, couldn't you? Tiny eye squinting graphics severely let down by a clumsy user interface. Oh dear. But yes. And Universe, we did see a rotoscoped game character with real-time scaling and over 500 frames of animation. Lush 256 colour hand-painted scenes teeming with background animations. Feel the sense of total immersion in this parallel universe enhanced by atmospheric mood-responsive music. This is the one I saw, wasn't it, when we were on the asteroid. We played the demo of it. Yeah, here it is. We were on the asteroid and we had to look up how to get over. Not figure out, just look up. I couldn't be bothered to try and figure it out because there's like tiny things you have to click and all that kind of business. So there we go. On the Ball World Cup edition. Oh gosh, it's a football game. If you like your football games, here is one with some very interesting graphics here. And relaxation by the pool is an important part of every World Cup. I notice they went to great pains to add detail to a specific area here. But yes. Let us see. World Cup, more football stuff. That one apparently not so good. It looks a bit... I hope this is not like how you play it. I mean, actually... Anyhow. We have Universe. We've got the game review for it here as well. They gave it 38. Oh, gosh. Well, we played the demo. It didn't seem like that bad apart from the hunting, pixel hunting kind of thing. Or, understand what they're trying to get you to do, logic of things. The gorgeous backdrops are let down with some scrappy sprites and animation. Oh dear, they rotoscope those, sound, very few spot effects, but loads of fantastic atmospheric soundtrack music. Addiction, even when you've sussed out the convoluted controls, it's all too frustrating. Irritating in the extreme, even when you know what all the commands do. It's not worthy of sharing space with a classic like Monkey Island. Oh dear. So there we go. CD32 games. They do have some. There are some. Even with Commodore basically falling down here, we still have some games here. And this does look very interesting, doesn't it? I like the artwork here. It's still very Amiga artwork going on here. Oh yeah, we saw this Little Devil. We did see something about this, didn't we? It's 3 years in the making, yeah. I thought I saw it a little while ago. Little Devil himself wouldn't look out of a place in the 50s episode of Tom and Jerry. Several of them look like Dragon's Lair, but they're more interactive. Yeah, it looks interesting. It says out to lunch. Yeah, you're the chef and you have to... I don't know. But you're a chef. Maverick manga. Mail order into the 21st century. Gosh, mail order. All manga videos and merchandise in stock. Manga, Kaseki, Crusader, Animania, Anime Projects, Western Connection. There you go. Re-releases. Some stuff here. What else we have? KGB game. Ooh, this looks fancy, doesn't it? Spectacular Voyage. Amiga CD 32. Dangerous Streets, Diggers, Oscar. Oh, there's the same. It's the same pack. Because it has the Oscar and Dangerous Streets and Diggers and stuff in it. I think maybe... Is this officially Commodore product or whatever? I don't know. I can't see the thing on the box, the logo, but maybe they've added a few extra things to say 2 great CD titles, Microcosm and Chaos Engine, plus 4 extra titles, which were probably in the box anyway. But there we go. I do like this thing. Chaos! Software pack. Because it has the Chaos Engine. A few other things. Syndicate, Pinball Fantasies. That might have been a good one to get. I didn't get along well with Syndicate too well when I tried to play the demos of it. But maybe because they just threw you into difficult situations. And I didn't know all the controls either, I suppose. So there is that. Let us see. Oh, more football stuff. There's Dune over here. And there's Dune too. Here's a cheat for Dune 2. Oh, this is cheats, is it? Game hints. There we go. Yeah. I mean, this is a good, like, patchwork of stuff here, isn't it? You don't think... Oh, sorry. I read the... For some reason, I thought that was a new comment. Ignore me. Ah, gosh. Steiner. Indeed. The art of game graphics. Ah, here we go. Drawing pictures for Amiga games is not as easy as you might think. I know I did try to draw some myself, but they were very, very basic. This is an area where artistic ambition has to compromise itself to technical capability. Marcus Dyson gives all aspiring Amiga games artists a few tips. I didn't have the artistic ability. I didn't have the technical ability either. So, yeah. Great graphics never made a game great. It takes great gameplay to do that, but crap graphics did spoil the chances of one or two otherwise respectable efforts. Surely it's a doddle to get great graphics. Just take a talented artist, lock them in a room for 2 months with an Amiga 40040, an Epson GT8000 scanner, a pressure-sensitive digitizing tablet, a Harlequin 24-bit card, copies of TV Paint and Art Department, professional, and stick trays of cola and chocolate into the door at regular intervals. Et voila, great art. I mean, West, would that work for you? I mean, aside from the fact that I'm not a great artist, that sounds a pretty sweet job. See. Due to the technical restrictions on the size of games graphics, most work is done at very high magnifications. But if you have to get all those pixels in the right place, then yeah. Do we have some D-Paint here? Oh yeah, they probably mentioned... no, they mentioned TV Paint and Art Department. Oh, this is D-Paint over here. Oh, hello, Straw. Good to see you around. Hope you're doing well. Yes, there's definitely D-Paint over there. Look at all these tiles from the game, which they get pasted together. And, oh gosh, this person's had a bad time, haven't they? Tower Assault. This is how you get West to do stuff. Just lock them in the room with the stuff they need to do the things, and then just throw cola and chocolate at them. I mean, as I said, it would work for me. As long as I can actually do the thing you're asking me to do. This is an interesting picture. It's a snake skin cat. What kind of cat? I can't think. But it's very interesting. From Rico Holmes. They can only be used as title screen, Jay. Putting that in actual gameplay would be not so great. Rico works in 24-bit, making use of devices such as scanners and digitizing tablets to achieve this impressive level of detail. But the resolution and amount of colours mean the Amiga 1200 could not animate pictures such as these. But, yeah, and obviously today, I mean, basically my web browser is animating this picture in some sort of fashion. So, yeah. Here we go. Bobs are blitter objects. So this is a thing that came from my playing around with Amos when I was younger. I used the bobs that they had there, and apparently it was more than just an Amos thing. There we go. This is pretty cool looking as well. Entrance zone. DX Paint. Yeah, some pretty neat things here. If anybody sees anything they were like, ooh, let's have a look at that, please do let me know. Win a job at Team 17. Ah, no thanks. They're still running this. But when they running this before? I can't remember. But there we go. Oh yeah, look, all these videos you can get. I wonder how many of these you can actually find on YouTube, or whether they're just, you know, not available. I did find the Amiga Power Tips video, and there was another video that was mentioned about how to use 3D construction kit, which was available on YouTube as well. So I imagine at least a few of these should be available, but I haven't looked at it. These are kind of more specific, but then again, the Amiga Power Tips one would be more specific, wouldn't it? Because you wouldn't have just got that with a magazine. I don't know. A lot of people put a lot of different things up, don't they? Gosh, what's going on here? Lightwave. This is a fancy looking car. Of course, you've got to get the lens flares in there. And an animation such as this takes up a very respectable 30 seconds to set up in Lightwave, thanks to the motion control feature and intelligent frame tweening. Of course, you have to have the model itself, and the setup might take 30 seconds, but you have to render it out somewhat, and that would take a little bit more. But yeah, moving on. This is a good owl. A little lemming on this in there. Syndicate playing guide. Warp engine A4000 accelerator. I don't know if this is going to be the one that they were looking at, but this is kind of like similar to the one we were looking at with Doom. Yeah, here we go. 40 megahertz accelerator. Wow. Gosh. At the time, if you bought the Amiga 1200 as well, and then you'd buy this card on top, which, you know, in today's money, would be about double that. So to get the quality of Doom on your Amiga, you would have had to have spent quite a bit of money, and that was only to get like 15 frames per second, wasn't it? Gosh. Imagine paying like nearly 3,000 quid or whatever for Doom. Just to play it, not for the game itself. That would be quite a thing. Blizzard. Yeah, they were talking about Blizzard cards, weren't they? Was it 1, 2, something or other? So something similar to these ones. Could probably rotate this so it's a little bit easier to see. But yeah, I can't remember the exact number they said it was, but it was one of these. But these ones are only 200 and something, so these would have been a bit more affordable. Actually, do I have... Oh, gosh, no, what was it? Doom... What was it? Doom Attack, that was the one. What they said they were running. This one, wasn't it? A Blizzard 1240, 40 megahertz and that. So that's not these ones. So, but yeah, what speeds do these have? 40 megahertz. That's a 50 megahertz one for that one. So yeah, maybe these are a bit better, but still, imagine paying 500 quid just for the accelerator so you could run Doom. On top of the price you've already paid for your computer. Because I don't know, how was, what would you actually needed? I mean, would you have had to buy any specific thing to play Doom? I don't think you would have needed a graphics card. I mean, you could probably bought something which would it made it better, but I think it was all, you know, it wasn't actually like a 3D rendered thing, was it? I don't know if you know about how Doom was actually rendered, but it was more rendered in stripes and that kind of thing, and wasn't actually like a proper 3D engine. It was kind of like it took like a flat map and kind of just like stretched it in front of you, basically. So it was, it couldn't have used, or it probably couldn't in its original form use a 3D accelerator like we would have in like a modern computer. But yeah, instead modems and the whole thing. Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested, by Francis Bacon. Is that an actual quote? I would think it wouldn't be, but You never know. Oh, look. You can tell they're pretty much the same. Parrots and dinosaurs, birds and dinosaurs. It's an actual quote, is it? Wow. Yep. I'm just here for the parrots and dinosaurs. Oh, Zappo Zapsack with the cool kid here. Look, you can put an entire Amiga in this bag. I don't know if you'd want to, but there we go. The Communicator CD32 add-on. What is that? Get your CD32 talking to the outside world. Is it a modem of some kind? Why buy a dedicated CD-ROM drive for your Amiga when you already have a CD32 hanging around? Floating point unit. Cool. First in the Amiga or first in like any computer? Life isn't as easy if you're in a CD32. The parallel port wasn't included. So how do they do it then? The communicator connects to the CD32 via its aux serial port. The 3 status LEDs are probably a very good idea because the link between the communicator and CD32 is so weak, even a tiny nudge can disconnect it. Oh dear. So it connects to the serial port rather than the parallel port. So I imagine it's going to be slightly slower at communicating, despite its name. And look at that software. Amazing. What else do we have? A modem. Well, this is a modem. It looks like a car radio more than a modem. But apparently it's a modem. Okay. Facts of life. That's a good one. Cinco Express. PD update. Let's have a look at some of this over here. There's this moose drive. These are not mooses. These are definitely cars. I'm seeing a lack of mooses, and I'm seeing a Commodore logo over there. Oh dear. Well, prove your worth on the racetrack with Moose Drive. Mirror signal maneuver. Feed the steering wheel through your hand. Or feed the steering wheel through. Oh, like, yeah, I know. Feed the steering wheel through your hands. Pa! Everything your driving instructor taught you goes straight out the window. Oh, we saw this, didn't we? Zombie Apocalypse 2. I remember seeing screenshots of it before. But yeah. Keep track of those important appointments and anniversaries with Epoch 6. So this is your calendar and stuff. So, I mean, it's a bit blurry and whatever, but I don't know. It looks a little rough to me. Super obliteration. Yeah, I think we saw this before. Bomber 2000, though, I don't think we did see. Screen black, I say super dark, but I think we saw those things, didn't we? Like the After Dark and whatnot. Okay. So, say for a moment here, you're putting together this page, this advert for your company, which is called Ground Zero Software, based in Bristol. Say you're putting together this advertisement for your company. I mean, obviously you sell PD games, so you've seen other people like put up, lists of the game they sell and stuff like that, and you're like, yeah, we'll do a big list and we'll make it look a little bit more flashy and stuff like that. And it's like, cool, yeah, let's do that. And how are we going to catch people's eye and make them actually look at this page? It's like, well, put a tiny picture of a lady down here. That'll do it. Or they're just illustrating. Oh gosh. I've just seen the name of these. That's not part of their advertising plan. It might be, but this was possibly on one of the Fit Chicks discs, or maybe Body Shop. I don't know. I doubt it was Nigel Mansell's AGA slideshow. Yeah, I know. I realised that pointing that out was kind of... Yeah, but anyhow. So what we got here? A top techie coder type demo, this one. Looks interesting. Some like warping graphics of some kind. This is just a slideshow one here. This is create your own lip syncing animations. Interesting. This looks very, very strange. The High Spot Funky Dancer. Indeed, it looks like there's the funky dancer up there in a high spot. What else do we have? So yeah, this is what they'd be like competing against. It's like oh, it doesn't really catch your eye, but then there's like, oh, look, we got drop shadows and stuff like this. So yeah, what is this thing in the top here? I can't tell. I don't think they did a good job here, do you? We got a fractal in the background, but yeah, maybe it looked better in print. You gotta hope so. Yeah, past stuff here. CD32 magazine. Oh, look, the BBC's Big Bash at the NEC in Birmingham from Children's BBC. So, the best event of the year. Check out the latest in films. See top pop stars. Beat your friends on the latest computer games. Watch live TV broadcasts. I'm guessing from the side of where they're being broadcast from. Become a model, my word. Win, win, win. NEC Birmingham, try out a makeover. Have a go at rollerblading. Chill out in the video street cafe. Be in on the latest action. Have your DMs painted. Have your... What? DM... What do they mean? Have your DMs... What do they mean? Drive the big cats. What? Be in on all the gossip. Play the latest street games. Try the Fantastic Assault course. Fling yourself at the Velcro wall. Play table football. Gosh, my eyes are hurting at this. Well, see TV special effects. Watch the latest film trailers. Be there for new game launches. See Live and Kicking Live. Check out the sporting arena. Join us for an all-action day. Enter loads of competitions. Have a great day out. Top TV celebrities. Be amazed by the TV area. Check out the fashion catwalk. Have a go at snorkeling. All the latest from the Guinness World of Records. Have a cool day out. Celebrities from pop, TV and sport. Visit the fashion village. Try out the exciting Sega and Nintendo games. See the huge video wall. Have a go at baseball. The BBC's Big Bash, 6th to 9th of October 94. Be cool, be there. My word. And it's crucial with their Zapsack. Oh, gosh. Anyhow, moving on. Here's more things you can buy for Amiga Format. It's this guy again. Oh gosh. Yeah, workbench stuff. Wow, look at this. Modem. 96 baud, is that, or whatever. Wow. Not alone, Clarissa. The runtime player is missing from the Clarissa Coadiscs. But we'll bring it to you soon. Oh yeah, the Clarissa. That's the thing which doesn't do anything apart from make your animations run smoother, and they forgot to put the player with it. Ah. Wow. Pause for thought. What is this? It's a Genlock. Okay. Different angle to which we'd usually see. It's got some art, it looks like here. Oh, it's Eric Schwartz, of course. Excuse me. Paint tutorial. Gosh. I mean, I couldn't do better, but here we go. This is how to draw. Is it Dopey? Yes, Dopey. If you want to know, it's a little bit more than just like draw a circle, draw the owl. So these are the circles that you have to draw, as well as a bendy thing. Now on the Amiga, I don't think this bendy thing would be really easy to draw. The rest of it maybe not quite so bad, but this bendy thing here, it's especially difficult to draw. And then just like get rid of some of the lines in the middle. That's a fairly straightforward step. Colour in them, that's good. And then add shadow. Add shadow. Where do I add shadow? How much shadow do I add? You can follow the picture, but it doesn't really tell you, does it? But there we go. Footrest with built-in massager. It looks like it wobbles around, or is that just the way it looks? I don't know. Control 1995. I read it wrong. Ah. Did anybody else read it wrong? Adjustable footrest with surface tread bumps and massage balls. Ah. Indeed. Ah. Anyway, how to make things in Blitz Basic. There we go. Ah, gosh. There's more Music X stuff here. You are here. Not quite, no. But there's a whole world out there, so get online. Internet modems and the whole comms thing. Everything you need to know to go online, with the dash in the middle, with your Amiga. How to find your way around Internet. CIX, CompuServe and other major networks. Bulletin boards, what are they? Who runs them? What do they do? And how do you set up your own? You've got an Amiga, you've got a modem. Now how do you make them talk to each other? Keep your phone bill down with archived files, offline readers and a bit of careful planning. Plus over £250 to be saved on network registration, software, hardware and online services. See vouchers inside. Amiga Format survey. Oh, here we go. They're asking more questions. Of course. Of course. The first question. I mean, I realise I'm picking holes in a magazine that's about 30 years old now, but still. What are that kind of things here? They didn't really want to know much, do they? What is this? Comms. Big Brother is watching what you say. Do you know who's reading your email? Richard Bailey looks at how the Secret Service deal with comms and how they are trying to clip your wings. My word. Cyberspace can be a dangerous place, ask Steve Jackson. On March the 1st, 1990, I think, did we read something out about this before? The US government agents raided the offices of his publishing company and seized all of his computers and the bulletin board system that his customers use. I think we mentioned this in... I looked this up in Chaos' stream, actually, at one point. No charges were brought against him. His equipment was not returned. He received no explanation of why his possessions had been seized and had no compensation for it. So why did they seize it? It later emerged that the company had a copy of a document detailing how the telephone emergency system worked, which had been obtained illegally from the telephone company's computer. I don't know if... That wasn't the stated reason that we found in the other one. It was... I can't remember what the stated reason was, but I don't think it was that. It was because of this, I think. Yeah, there was no copy of Freck on the Steve Jackson BBS called Illuminati. I think that was why, because they thought they were raiding a secret society or something like that. This is why they did it. But here we go. What is this? The Electronic Frontier Foundation. Wow. Obviously starting early here. But yes, it's something to do with the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Have been somewhat vociferous in their opposition to the US government's plans to introduce a new method of encrypting data. And they haven't stopped since, really. So they say here, on April 16th, 1993, the New York Times broke the story of the Clipper chip, an encryption technology developed by the National Security Agency that allows government to eavesdrop on the communications of criminals, suspects, and unfortunately, law-abiding citizens alike. On February the 9th, 1994, the US Department of Commerce and Vice President of the United States summarily announced that the Clipper chip is the US government's standard and that the government will do everything in its power to encourage its use in the private sector and the international community. They'll excuse us if we don't wish them luck. Think Clipper. Indeed. So, yeah. As they say, things change, but they stay the same. Oh gosh, I don't think I can take looking into detail at this. I remember what the last ones were like. Shall we? Shall we? We probably should, shouldn't we? Selected Amiga software for the selective Amiga user. I don't think this is going to be quite as bad. You're the garden designer here, and the good weather is here. It's time for you to do the garden. And here's a good reason not to. You'll be too busy designing it. There we go. Oh, gosh. Yep, we're going to ignore that. RSI Demo Maker. Indeed. It's not as funny as the other one. Oh, gosh. Paper? A collection of professional quality backgrounds, perfect use in Scala or any other top video titler. And some wood, too. A selection of various woods, pine, oak, bark, etc. Give your video work a professional finish every time. Textures. This is a very nice texture. Looks tasty. And stones. These are very shiny stones. Rocks, pebbles, stones, etc. All very high quality images. Oh, there we go. Amiga for beginner. If you've just purchased your Amiga, then you may be a bit boggled by how to use it properly. And Klondike. Wow. You have patience and... Can't see clearly, but I don't know if I like what the pictures are on there. Let's just see. Oh, random stereogram generator. Unfortunately, it's way too small and way too blurry to actually make out any details. Oh, look, strip poker. Great. So let's just carry on here. Let's see. Anything standing out here at all? Apparently the Amiga's drive is slower than the Atari. Oh gosh, this person's gone a bit over the top with their PSs. They have many PSs there. And they answer all of them, it seems. What else do we have here? Oh, moans and gripes. Oh, bars and pipes. Do we see this? I think we did see a demo of it, didn't we? The guitar tool is not a weird tool, as you state in your review. It's concrete usage to change keyboard chord voicings into guitar chord voicings. You can print tab as well. You spend almost 2 paragraphs complaining that the pattern-based editing and playback is not adequately supported. However, you neglected to mention that the pattern tool and loop tool provide powerful pattern-based editing and playback. In addition to 2.5 new track looping feature, that's a lot of flexibility. Indeed. By Blue Ribbon Soundworks here. And you'll notice this person is Mark Burton from the Blue Ribbon Soundworks Limited. So it's not just some random person saying, you maligned the software that I like. It's actually the person who created the software who's like, you got some things wrong. Wow, despite your criticisms, I found no reason to change my opinion of the new version. So there we go. And yep, we got David Pleasance again. Get in the fast lane. There's about something about accelerator cards. So when I changed the RAM and stuff around in the Amiga, increased performance a lot for software. However, it's not technically feasible to split 256K from chip RAM to use it as fast RAM. There's a lot of technical stuff going on here that I won't understand, but why no mascot? I've always noticed something missing from the Amiga compared to Nintendo's and Sega's. What I'm talking about is a mascot such as Mario or Sonic, something to identify with. 3DO has not been very successful, and the same is true of the Jaguar, and the Amiga, CD32 in particular, will go the same way unless something is done. I know Commodore don't program games, but why not pay or buy out a company such as Gremlin to make a character in a game for you, which Commodore will hold the copyright to? Commodore needs to be purchased soon. Surely a character such as this would make it a much more attractive proposition to buy out. The character wouldn't have to be a lovable, cute one, though it helps. It could be a well-hard dinosaur or a swamp monster. You may think this approach of a mascot character is outdated. Let's see, 30 years on. Mario is still around, Sonic's still around. Ah, dear. PlayStation? Did PlayStation ever actually have an official mascot? I think Sony have done well without an official mascot. And is Microsoft, like Xbox, official mascot officially like Master Chief? I don't know. Anyhow. You may think this approach of mascot-type characters is outdated, but it sells machines, and that's what Commodore desperately needs to do. Well, Commodore's not going to be doing anything. And David Pleasance responds, this is a topic that has often been raised in the past, but it is worth airing again. Firstly, I can assure you that we have been offered on an exclusive basis wonderful characters such as Zool from Gremlin. However, there are a number of reasons why we haven't thus far chosen to follow this route. Commodore pioneered the initiative of bundles, creating packs which include the latest and best in gaming software. Sorry, when I bought my Nintendo NES, it came with a copy of Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, and it had a light gun in with it. Sorry, Commodore pioneered the initiative of bundles, creating packs which include the latest and best in gaming software. Also, when we had the Master System, it came built in with a copy of Alex Kidd. But anyway, Commodore pioneered the initiative of bundles. Purchasers always get free what they would certainly buy anyway. This precludes us from tying ourselves to a character over a long period of time, which would undoubtedly become out of fashion. Let's see. Mario, Sonic, so out of fashion. And Mickey Mouse, so out of fashion. Gosh. Well, maybe Mickey Mouse slightly maybe is, but anyway. I'm sure there's still some Mickey Mouse stuff that people really love nowadays. But anyway. Also, it is important to remember that Commodore is not a software publisher, they said that, and therefore does not make the same massive profits as the Japanese console manufacturers do with their Sonics and Marios. The 8 and 16-bit console market is in a terrible state of affairs, with business forecasts to drop over 50% of this year. So where's the help from Sonic and Mario now? Well, let me tell you, Commodore. I'm sure Nintendo could put a hat on a rock and sell it. Just a red hat with an M on it. Stick it on a rock. I was going to say something else, but I decided not to. And they'd be able to sell it. Anyhow, we have the gallery. Jason Holborn is your guide through this month's selection of the cream of the reader art. This is from Dennis, that name which I'm going to butcher if I try and pronounce it. So £25 winner. They made a corridor, which is pretty neat. Very shiny. A little bit bland on this door, I have to say. I mean, it could have done with a little bit more detailing around here. They've gone to a lot of detail and stuff. Well, I say a lot. They've gone to more detail and stuff over here. This is actually pretty nice over this side. Maybe a bit lacking in these areas here, but around the door frames here, they could have added something a little bit. Just a bit of fancy something around there. But, you know, it's pretty good. It's very shiny. It looks very nice. We also have Amiga by J. Austin Taylor of Swansea. This image gets its name from the Spanish word amiga, which means girlfriend. Okay, worth noting is the clever use of shading on the woman's face, which raises the focal point of the blue. Also, I think they've scanned it in wrong or copied it over wrong or whatever, because I think these are supposed to be like super white parts of the image, and they're coming up as black. Pinhead by Angelo. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, in Glasgow. This image was created on an AGA-based Amiga, but the colour palette is surprisingly limited. This is intentional and makes the Pinhead character, star of Hellraiser films, more menacing. So there we go. It's pretty good. I mean, the detail on the face is very good there. The buildings, a little basic, I have to say. And I don't have a better copy of this, but yeah, the pins are, from what I can tell here, but then obviously it's very blurry image. They don't look quite as sharp as the rest of the thing. I think they have it. They're very good at drawing smooth stuff, but more sharp and angled stuff they're a bit not practiced on. Working late. Trying my best not to be sexist. Wow, that's a first. That's a first. But apparently somebody in this magazine is trying their best not to be sexist. But, oh, there we go. It always has to come to something, doesn't it? The focal point of this image is on the legs. Yeah. Note the clever use of deep-paint perspective tool to create a patterned floor. Indeed. We have an A1200. One of the most impressive aspects of the picture is how the image on the monitor creates an illusion of infinite progression. And they didn't like just put the image on the monitor and then stop there. They actually went back at least one layer. It gets very small to tell if they've done the same all the way back here, but yeah. Viper, based on the spacecraft and sci-fi flick Battlestar Galactica by J. Austin Taylor again, I have to point out here. To combine traditional painting techniques with rendering programs. Okay. Oh, right. I thought they did the render and they painted over it, but apparently the image was rendered in Imagine and then pasted onto a deep paint starfield. So, yeah. Just a compositioning going on there. And this is, wow. This is overuse of texturing and embossing, really. Not the most technically stunning image of this on the show, but Richard's image caught my eye because of how its clever use of dappling effects. Quite how Richard achieved this isn't no. It's texturing and embossing is what it is. I suspect that an image processing program might have been involved. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this definitely looks like they've put a texture over the top of it and then used the emboss tool. Anyhow. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, 3D objects. Both male and female. Wow. A set of stunningly realistic humans. Well, they've got the general shape, but I don't think humans' heads do this. Attack helicopters, flight simulator. Wow. Amiga Format. Oh, this is the thing from G2. They just, they don't mention it, but they've basically taken the image and pasted somebody else over the top. It doesn't say who they are. We could, sadly, the exact contents of next issue's cover disc are a state secret. No, really, we could tell you, then we'd have to kill you. Oh, all right, 2 words. Theme park, probably. Damn, that's 3. So we go. Oh, I've got some more fonts there. Yeah, we looked at them before, didn't we? Did we see Wobbler before? I don't know if we saw Wobbler before, but there's Wobbler. And there we go. And the plasma ball going on here. Lightwave Unleashed. Yeah, I was going to say this is definitely a rendered image because you can kind of see some of the angles on the texture. Oh yeah, you can definitely see some of the angles here as well. So definitely a rendered image. Oh. And they didn't quite texture it correctly either. But you know, it's a pretty thing. But well, there we go. That is the magazine. And I did say if we had some time, we might look at the desktop publishing thing. So we might have a look at that. How's everybody hype for desktop publishing? Is everybody like super hype for it? Let me see. I'd have to go back to the Amiga here. And then I would want to find the things. Now let me see. Let me check these. So let's give you this. I didn't prepare for this. So what's going to happen is you're going to have to get the thing set up and figured out on the fly. So here we go. Let's just see how this is. Oh dear. This script will decompress both page setter 2 discs. Please have 2 blank discs ready for use. Insert the first disc when prompted. Okay, well luckily I have my specific discs that I use for this purpose here. Put number 1 in there. Okay, give it a time to recognise there's a disc in there. I think it's recognised it, then press return. It's write protected. I didn't realise it was write protected. Oh, I've put the wrong one in the wrong one. I've got to put it into here. It's a good job. They did write protected. Hang on. Put number 1 in there and eject it from there just in case it causes any problems. Okay, let it figure it out. You haven't done desktop publishing Quark Express on the Apple Mac. I never got into it really. I never really had things I wanted to put together and print out. This is the hot unpacking action on the Amiga. Oh, here we go. Please insert the first disc is completed. You should now label it PS2. You should do it. And put the other disc in. So this one it would be. Okay. So you have to wait for it to recognise it, and then we can do this. Oh, no, it's already done it. Didn't need me to click it. Prepare. Please insert second blank disc when prompted. Here we go. Insert into DFO. All this hot disc swapping action. I realised not a lot of people said, or nobody pretty much said, they were hype for desktop publishing. That's okay. What should we make anyway? I mean, obviously, I don't think I'm going to be able to get images into it here. Second disc is now done. What if the second disc is now done? I might as well just put the first one in and just boot it, mightn't I? And just not bother with putting the other disc in because it'll just say, it's done. Let's fast forward it a little bit. I've got to put the utility one. Did it say in any drive? Hang on. In any drive. That is good because I have accessible 2 virtual drives here. Let us do that. Okay, it really needed that. So page setter 2, here we go. I guess we just wanted to load this up. We could read the README, but I'm not seriously wanting to do anything with this software. Gosh, look at this gold disc page setter 2 from 1989 apparently. So yeah, 5-year-old piece of software. So new. Okay. Project page box. New page. Here we go. New page format from page 1 to page 1. Automatically link column size. Whatever this is, probably A4. No, this is standard. Let's go for A4. So it's a little bit bigger. Margins. Columns. Gutter. Indeed. Here we go. We have a page here. Do we have zoom tools of any kind of thing? This is probably like flicking between different pages here. I can't easily see a zoom tool here. Page, box, clone, delete, forget, typeface, draw, preferences, magnification. There we go. 50%. There we go. We've got a bit more of the thing here. So we've got a box. Can we like drag this box around? Oh gosh. Oh dear. Gosh. And then move the box. Oh gosh, back to where it was. Just trying to change the size of it. Go to the corner here. Can I grab a corner and move it? Yes, here we go. So we can grab the corners and move them around. So inside that box, is this going to be the text tool? Put some text here. Oh, it's very small, I think. We have some very tiny text. Can we select the text? Does this work? No. Project, import, type, typeface style pattern, typeface style pattern, line spacing, justification, paragraph. Typeface, okay, size. Let's bump up the size a bit here to 60. What do we want? Bauhaus, Demi, Century Book, Courier, Helvetica, Symbol, Times, Zapf, Chancery, or Zapf, Dingbats. We'll get to the Dingbats, of course. But let's go for the Bauhaus Demi. Let's see what this is like. Do I need to start typing again? Okay. Didn't work quite so well. I did try changing the size of this. It's still back on times, is it? Okay, 127. Stay on times. Can I just say okay? And then type things? Ah! I saw a letter. It disappeared. Stop. Stop doing this. Oh dear, I think I broke it slightly. Can I turn it off? No. Can I type new things in? I think I might have broken things slightly. Can I... Oh no, let's just move the box. Well, this is all going well. What is this? Do I drag a thing? I did a thing here. I can't see it because it's white. Oh gosh. Do I get to choose a colour here? Oh, fill this colour. Right click. I was hoping at least. Oh, here we go. I can draw some lines. Oh gosh, this is awkward, isn't it? At least I have some lines. Okay, back to the pointer thing. Does it? It keeps the boxes up even though I've drawn lines all over the place. Let's see. Import print. Can I like have a page preview or something? Page, delete, alter, visible, box, show active, clone active, delete, alter, go to, group, align, center, typeface, draw, align, weight, fill pattern, okay, preferences. Well, I have made a bit of a mess here. Let me just go back to the magazine. This is not how I had to do it. Just go back to the magazine where you look at that amazing artwork right there. Let me see if I can find any information. Here we go, the page setter thing here. Put it in print. Tell me how to do it. Start with a blank page. Okay, I've done that. Then put in the words. Okay, so entering text into a text box is easy. Create a new box. Just click on the text mode gadget on the toolbar, and then click on the box into which you wish to enter text. Okay, now type some text. Now change the typeface. Yeah. Holding down the left mouse button, move the mouse pointer to the last character. Okay, how? To change the typeface, select text you've just entered by clicking on the first character, and then when holding down the left mouse button, move the mouse pointer to the last character. So like click and drag, basically. But I tried that, it didn't seem to work. But it might have been because it was so tiny. Once the text you wish to alter has been marked, select the typeface option from the type pull-down menu. Font request pops up. Two of these fonts are preceded by CG, which stands for CompuGraphic. They're outline fonts. So basically vector fonts, I think that is. So apparently, you have to make a box. And then we click with this inside the box. Ah, there we go. Now I can type words. So what shall the name of our publication be? Tracy News. I think that's good. We'll go for Tracy News. Can I go over to here? Picture. I don't know if we can put pictures in. Right. Oh gosh. No, I just dragged something else. Picture. Page box group type style pattern transition to the chasing. Ooh, this is fancy. Probably want to put this in a different box. Oh, that could be a good name as well. Let me. Oh gosh, can I change the size? No, I'm just going to create another box. Let me just make a box across the whole thing, and let me put in here. Texture. So pattern. Here we go. What pattern do we want? We can have some fancy things here. Oh, that's fancy. Can I change them? I can change them as well. This is very fancy. Okay, invert, flip X and flip Y and rotate. Cool. Put like a little face in there. You can see it there. Fill pattern. Okay. Do I do this now? And it. Okay. Well, let me go back to the box. Let me select that box. The transgender. I can't see the thing. I probably need to change the size of. Oh gosh. No, it's not going to do it. Is it? I need narrow. Oh, gosh. There we go. The trans. Oh, it's done it in the pattern that I chose. There we go. Okay, cool. And then if we go for the typeface, get some of the dingbats, and then we get another box, and we kind of put it down here, and then we get the little text thing here, and just type some characters. Here we go. Oh, it went out of the box. That's why it disappeared last time. So there we go. I know I don't want. Can I change the texturing of that as well? Style. What style? Plain, bold, italics, shadow, superscript, and shadow them as well. Well, it didn't really work there, did it? Line spacing, justification, paragraph index. Go to the pattern again. Do I not get to choose the pattern of this? I really want to make it out of the bricks and stuff. No, apparently I can't. So, that is how you spell trans in this. Tracy would be that. Katie is that. And pretty snowflakes. What else we got? QWERTY. yeah, U goes off. So let's do that. Very nice. Some boxes and things. Yeah, they're all very pretty. Ah! Do numbers as well. Yeah. Okay. So not that one. That one. And then, was it that one? No. That one. That one. There we go. No, it's 3. There we go. Just shifting. Ah! Scissors. Okay. More scissors. More scissors. Telephone. Finger. Got a finger going the other way. Got capitals on these as well. Thickens them up slightly. Some different pictures. It's a good star. Oh, that's a fancy star. There's probably some more here that I'm not seeing because I'm not pushing on certain letters and stuff. Oh no, don't want that one. Let's put some stars down. That one. Oh, no, that's a letter. No. Where's my other stars? Ah! No, it's that one, the plain one. There we go. This is my newsletter. Does anybody want to sign up to my newsletter? It's called the Tracy News. It's about the trans agenda. And it's A-OK. Ah, dear me. Let's ask Tracy what she thinks about it. Tracy, hello. Hello, everybody. What do you think of the magazine there? Wow, it looks amazing. It does, doesn't it? It's called Tracy News. Yay! I'm famous, everybody. Yay! I have my own newspaper. There's only a little leaflet that we're printing out ourselves. Oh, that's okay. We can just give it to whoever we want then. It doesn't have to be bought by people we don't want buying it. That'd be cool. Yeah. Does it come with a free toy? Gosh, I mean, I could have a limited run, and I can include a free toy for people I handed out to personally, maybe. But we can arrange a free toy, can't we? Yeah. What kind of toy do we want? Maybe like a bubble wand or something like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, we have a question from a West here. I mean, I should probably just actually put you up on full screen, shouldn't I? We have the Tracy News over there. Oh, we've got some other stuff here. We can look in full screen so people can see you and you're not obscured by Doggo. Yeah, Doggo's up there now. Hello, Doggo. Yeah. So we actually have a couple of questions here now. Oh, that's fancy. And let me just get them up here. Actually, they're over there. So one question from Ratter of West is, what news do you know? News. Katie bought snacks. Katie bought snacks. This is news. It is not surprising to anybody, I'm pretty sure, but it is news. It is. It's something that happened recently. Katie bought snacks, and they looked kind of nice. Some she bought before. Oh, and she bought a lot of cheese. Some vegan. Oh, so it was all vegan snacks, and all vegan cheese. So it's good. Pizza time. Yeah, we got the good cheese, which tastes very good, and goes in the things. You saw there, the Katie cooks a thingy with a cheese toasty thing. Yeah, and they are getting made, aren't they? Yes. I mean, I only have a certain amount of the pepperoni stuff to put in, but they are indeed getting made. Let me actually go back, move this thing over here. So if I look at the screen, it actually looks like I'm looking more at people, but not so much that it's freaky. Yeah, you don't want to be freaky. Well, not in that way. You also have another question here from Starly saying, what will the first article be? Oh, gosh, it might be Well, it has to be like an introductory kind of thing, doesn't it? I mean, after like the contents and stuff like that, which if it's only a little leaflet, it doesn't need a contents, really, does it? No. And newspapers don't tend to have newspapers don't tend to have contents pages, do they? Not so much that I've noticed. They, they just kind of put it all on there. A letter from the editor. Yeah, I was thinking of that kind of thing. I mean, it's just like Tracy's thoughts. And Tracy's thoughts are, sheesh, especially when it concerns the transgender. It's like, sheesh, gosh, the government, huh? The government, huh? Gosh, the government, huh? I don't think you can easily put that into text, though, can you? No, I'd write out something a little bit more with words. But as things go at the moment, yeah, they just have to stay like that. I don't know if I can actually form things into proper words. It's just like it's just lots of disgruntled. Indeed, transgender, or Stars is transgender is fear us, for we are many. Yeah, be afraid. Chaos is here asking, Tracy, when are we getting a Doom stream? I don't think I was planning to play Doom on my stream when I actually get to do one. I know Katie changed the things to the penny jar thing, so you assured me that it would come back once we figured out how fast these things are getting reached. Yeah. Once I find out how fast the goals are being reached, we'll put your Tracy does a stream back in it. Cool. And so then I wasn't planning on playing Doom because I don't know how to Doom so much, and I don't know because it needs like two hands and stuff like that, doesn't it? You need one keyboard and then one mouse hand, doesn't it? And looking at the way things are arranged here, it's a little difficult to do that because I'm only a little dinosaur, and the keyboard goes over there, and the mouse is over there, and there's all these other keys in the middle. So it might be a bit difficult for me to do it. I mean, you could probably play it, couldn't you? I could probably do a Doom playing myself. But Cass is suggesting maybe you could play with a controller. Maybe it seems a lot for me to try and pay attention to. I was trying to play the Super Mario Brothers. That might be the thing that I play when I do my stream, is like the Super Mario Brothers or something like that, to try and see how well I can do. But that was my thought on that. This is a pretty good game to have a try at and see if you can play whilst doing streaming that. Yeah, because I have to think about doing the stream as well and entertaining people and playing a game. I mean, I don't know how you do it. You learn, you practice, and you get better. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking of that during my stream when I actually get to do it. Is that a penny jar thing, and does it count if I say it? I don't know, Tracy. We'll have to appeal to the mods to see what they say on that front. But as far as the Doom the game goes, of course, I think it's the other way around. I should add just both, shouldn't I? Add penny and penny add. It might work better that way. Yeah. But you might have to keep your fingers on those pennies to put in there, because I do intend to play Doom someday. Yeah. Gosh, there's 30 pennies in the jar now. Yay! The music thing, that'd be pretty cool. It will be pretty cool. But yeah. Anything else to say at the moment, Tracy? I think that's about it. Thank you for all the questions, and thank you for coming by today. And this is Tracy signing off. Bye! There we go. You have a pot friend. I noticed you didn't add it. I'm going to add it myself. It's Katie saying it. It's a separate thing to Tracy saying it. I mean, we've got a penny added from me saying that I would play Doom someday. So really, it's the question that Starly poses there is whether we should have, I'm sure West was indicating that we should add it to the penny jar there, but I don't know. You can have a discussion with West and see if you think if Tracy saying it counts as going towards the penny jar. I'll leave that up to your discretion. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. I'll do my usual. I mean, I don't know how much people are following schedules and things nowadays. I know that Chaos mostly does. And Penny. It's the other way around. Chaos usually follows a schedule there. And Star, you considering, since obviously you're not doing your archaeology stuff at the moment, whether you're going to be doing one or either or both of those? And Stars, how's it going? If you're around to answer, you might. Cool. But obviously you'll let us know when you know. Spoon depending, yeah. So do you want to promote your Discord? I don't know if I have an easy link available to me. I don't have Discord open. So if you do, you can post your own Discord, Starly, to say that people can keep an eye out in there if they wish to do so. Drox ending music, please. Follow your Discord. No tomorrow stream. Okay, that's okay, Stars. I think in order to recommend that, you'll have to go for the Katie Radio thing. Yeah, request a song for Katie Radio. You'd have to do that if you wanted me to play it. More bits. There are protocols to follow here. You have to be seen to be doing things properly. You're getting your okay. It's not a sentence I was expecting to see, but good luck. It's doing it properly. Oh dear. Well, if you're actually having browser problems, Chrome is crashing. Oh no. What a shame. If you're actually having browser problems, then we will just do it. What more bits once? Yes, thank you very much. We've got to keep the toe beans economy going here. Got to find that on here. Yeah, good luck for that. And we have another payment from West. Oh dear. I'll have to reject that one because obviously I've got one from Starly there, so you can have your points back there, West. But let's see. Stars! Giving you your money back as well, or your toe beans back. Because that was your Discord link. Yes. Do the following of the Starly is Discord. If you want to give me more toe beans, then you can. But I won't be able to follow them because I can only play one thing at the end of the stream. And I have to find it on here. Oh gosh, there's that. Twitch Play doesn't work. Oh dear, that's fine. You have some very generous toe bean donators here. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, I may not play all of it because I don't want to sit here and Starly's paid for it. You good for next time? That's good. That's cool. So, sorry about the issues you're having. Obviously, it's not out of my control. But yeah, I might not play all of the song. More bits is about 5 minutes. I don't want to sit here so much, and I've been told I have to stand and stretch anyway, so I will do that. Everybody, stand and stretch with me if you can. Oh gosh. Stretch. A vintage cafe. Vintage what, or just generally vintage? Sounds amazing. But yeah, I have that ready to go when we go. china teacups, nice. So yeah, pop back over here. I think that's basically all I want to say. Well, actually, if I go back over here, you can like just a nice knife and forks. Okay, cool. Just mention this again, which is the fundraiser. No, it's not. That's not the fundraiser. I click on the right thing. That's the fundraiser thing. So if you want to buy a book of some short stories and some artwork and stuff that looks a little bit like this, and so on, then, and you want to help support this fundraiser, which is about getting a power chair for Tyler. I don't know Tyler myself, but obviously the person who does this does. Starly, do you know Tyler? But Starly knows the person who's running this fundraiser, or the selling the book. But nope. But it's always good to help people out if you can. And so this person is in need of the power chair. Like the doggo picture. It is a very good doggo picture. It has even like the names of the people who made them, so you'll have to thank Yvette for the indeed, I do know that Radwood West is one of the artists. I did indeed mention earlier that somebody that we know from the stream was an artist in here. It's not actually, it doesn't look like they're featured on the pages here. But I did mention it and say, if you wish to, you can speak up. And West did not speak up. I see. Starly is doing the PR job for West here. And, yeah. You're in there somewhere. Cool. Starly's good at PR or HR, I suppose, in trying to encourage me and others to do things. I have to admit that I'm not necessarily good at responding, but bullying, yes, that's the one. I'm not the best at responding to these things, but there we are. Anyhow, stand stretch, we did that. Or at least I did that. I don't know if anybody followed it on, but there we go. So yeah, obviously health permitting, I should be back on Friday, and we can have a look at Link to the Past. We're going around gathering some crystals up. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Sorry, just having some thoughts. Maybe I can use them or not. I don't know. Anyhow, but yeah, we're going to be carrying on with that as long as I can. On Sunday, Starly should be back to have a look at some things in Minecraft, and the thing that I teased so meanly teased apparently on Sunday when I said there's a spooky thing. Time for girl. Yes, girl. I was slightly baffled, then I remembered. Girl, my character. And then we'll have some spooky on Sunday, as long as I'm feeling well, as long as Starly's feeling well. And spooky. There's a spooky tower in the woods. There's also a spooky spider-looking hole. So just a content warning for people who are not too fond of spiders. I don't know what's down in the spooky spider hole. I don't know whether it's going to be just like Minecraft spiders or whether there's something else. But we're going to have to investigate, and obviously there will be warnings when it happens that we're doing it, but I don't know what's going to be down there. So obviously keep that in mind. But we'll obviously talk about that when we do it. Otherwise, I think that's about it. We'll play out the song that has been requested, and I need to make sure things are arranged so that I can do that. Thank you very much for dropping by today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the time until I see you all next. And yeah, with that, I will see you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.